importantly, it's got your replays. Now, if you are not yet VIP, replays for life for VIP, I'm pulling out my phone because I want to share with you how many VIPs we have. It's been incredible. This is, like I said, one of the most engaged groups. We have almost 2,800 VIPs from this event. 2,800. It's crazy, crazy, right? The group, who's still not in the group? Those of you who did your homework, you can't not be in the group. You have to be in the group. Give me a 2 in the chat if you're not in the group yet. Give me a 2 in the chat if you have not joined us in the group. I am telling you, if you're typing a 2 right now, you are missing out. You're missing out. Hey, those of you who are in the group, could you put one word about the group in there? What do you think about the group? How do you feel about the group? How's the group been for you? Give me a word. Engaged, amazing, great, inspiring, fantastic, supportive, fun, awesome, motivating, inspiring. There you go. Go join the group, okay? MakeMyClone.ai/group. It's on Facebook. It's free. You get to stay in it forever. It stays active. We are, last I checked, we're past 40,000 members, which is incredible. All right. So for those of you who did your homework last night, congratulations. You are moving on, excuse me, to round number 2 of the Tesla selection. You will get homework today. Today is what separates the people. I'll tell you, today's the biggest drop-off day, meaning from homework assignment. People stay and love it, and they learn amazing stuff, but this is the one day that they don't do their homework. You know why? Because you gotta go out in the wild. Today, your clone gets posted to the world. It has to. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, okay? So, we're gonna go make your clone say something. Whether it be in writing or whether it be in video, whether it be an image, I don't care. But you are gonna let it out of the Make My Clone group. Go into the wilderness. How many of you get a little nervous about that? Got a little butterflies going on right now saying, oh my God, he's going to make me do this. Give me a 1 if you got a little bit of a butterfly going on. Yeah, a lot of people. I know. I know. But hey, if you want to win the Tesla, you have to do it. You have to get to the next round. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I bring up, well, okay, here. Write down this URL. So here's what we want. Okay, this is the t-shirt that we will print and send to your house for whatever size you want. The shirt has a saying on it that is, I have a clone for that. Okay, with the Eugentic AI logo. And what we are asking for, if we have earned it, is a quick video testimonial from you, or a video. It doesn't have to be a testimonial, actually. We want feedback. So if you don't feel like we earned a testimonial, you can give feedback and you'll still qualify for the shirt. So you go to makemyclone.ai/shirt. Right? And this is what the page. Oh, what is this? We changed the process. I'm surprised. Okay, sorry, this page used to look different. So you can send in text, but you won't get the shirt if you do the text. You can record a video. That's the way to get your shirt. You can do this on your phone. You can do this from your computer, whatever you want. But this is what we're hoping for from you. If you could do this, I will be more than excited and happy to send you a free shirt on me. Who is going to help us out today and fill and do this out? Give me a me in the chat if you feel we've earned it. We've earned it. We've worked our butts off, so I hope you feel like we have. All right, give me a me. Thank you. Honestly, my goal is for us to get a few hundred at least. We usually do. You've so far been the most engaged and active group. We'll see. All right. So makemyclone.ai/shirt. Oh, shoot. It's t-shirt. I just heard the room go crazy. Hold on. I got to learn to read. That's the freaking same page. All right, whatever. You go to either page. Shirt, t-shirt, same thing. All right. Okay. Now, one more little thing for you. I think this is kind of cool. Um, I'll ask a question. How many of you are excited about what we're doing here at Ugentic AI? You've been impressed with this company thus far, the technology we're building, the mission, the message. Give me a me if you are excited and impressed. Thank you for that word. All right. Well, here's a unique opportunity that most other companies, actually 99% of companies in the world don't offer you. I would like for you to have an opportunity to partner with me, to actually own equity in this company. Yes, to be a part owner, to have shares in the company, not possibly, not potentially, like actually own them. And if you go to partnerwithanik.com, you can sign up for a webinar that we're doing on Friday, okay, Friday at 3 p.m., where I'll go through the opportunity, okay? And I'll talk to you about what it is, what it isn't. Listen, if you invest, that's great. If you don't, that's great. It's fine. Just come hang out. If you want to hear about my vision for what I'm about to do, where I'm going and what I'm building, partnerwithanik.com. I'll talk more about it later today. I just wanted to get the URL. Please go sign up. Just go register for it. As a matter of fact, who's doing it right now? Give me a 1 in the chat. If you're going to go right now and fill out the form, it takes 5 seconds. Save your seat. Get in for the webinar. It's going to be fun. I'm going to open up the entire curtain and show you my master plan for what we're doing in the AI space, which is incredibly unique. We have a big sneak plan to come out, attack Q4 of this year. We're right at the tipping point, and I'll share with you what we're doing. All right, so partnerwithanik.com. All right, partnerwithanik.com. So yesterday, if you missed it, the replays are up. We had a great day. We showed you how to make a brain clone, an image clone, a voice clone, a video clone. I had what I like to think a brilliant idea of something I'm going to want to do with Clone IQ based off of reading your feedback. So thank you for that. It was a powerful day for me. Today, we're going to talk about how to go viral. The updated numbers are that we have 1.8, not 1.5, 1.8 billion views now. I'm going to share with you something today. The bulk of today's training is going to be around something called the Outlier method. Everyone type in Outlier method. Outlier method. Type in Outlier method. All right, Outlier method. I want everyone to remember this. So every day we have a framework we go over. Yesterday was the BIV framework, brain, image, voice, video. Today is the Outlier method. Tomorrow is the comment method. Okay? The three together is how you start to generate sales and leads from your clone. So today I'm going to show you how it is that we go viral on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, and how it is that I'm gathering millions of views per month and how you can do the same with text posts, with videos, with shorts and reels. It's a mathematical formula. I will give it to you. You'll be able to use it, and we'll be doing it using some really cool tools that I'll show you. Now, after that, around 3 p.m.-ish, maybe a little bit earlier, I will make my offer to you today. I have something really cool. I've been alluding to it. I'll make the offer at that time. That's my main goal, is to have you inside that offer. Listen, if you stay and you join, if you don't, it's all good. To me, it means the world if you just hear me out. And then when the time is right, you might join, you might not. I'm okay. I don't care. But I like to be transparent, okay? That's at 3 p.m. or around 3 p.m. I'm very, very, very transparent about this. So please, everyone, can you type in a 3 if you acknowledge that, so that nobody, I already had Daryl up there before. Daryl, I saw your stupid ass comment. I just didn't let it distract me. But Daryl's like, oh, constant shilling. I was like giving away free shirts. Guy thinks I'm shilling. Oh, Daryl, I hope you find some happiness in your life. So that's what's going to happen around that time. I'm curious, how many of you are excited, by the way? You're actually kind of excited to hear my pitch because you feel like we've earned it. Give me a 1 in the chat if this isn't it strange when someone shows up and they're just honest and transparent and provide value and do good things. All of a sudden, you don't like you're not, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't resent the pitch. You look forward to it. That's a little lesson, by the way. I'm driving that home for you because I would love for you to show up like that for your customers as well. All right, day 3, tomorrow we go over the comment method. All right, before I let Porvak come up and steal all the thunder of the giveaways, I'm going to do some giveaways of my own. So let's head on over to Facebook group. Daryl, this is for you, my friend. Since you say I shill a lot, tell me what shiller out there gives away stuff all day long. All right. 41,000. We passed 41,000 members. All right. My favorite thing about AI is putting my favorite fashion designer's clothes on. Oh, that's awesome. This is an awesome clone, Rachel. I hope you're happy with it. Wow, this is Maggie. This looks deep. Very, very deep. All right, I want to see this video.
300. That's my final offer. 350. It's worth it. 300. That's my final offer.
Well done, man. Well done, Todd. All right. All right. I'm going to love all of these. And that's a clone? Dude, Natalia. Natalia, that does not look like a clone. You know what? Is Natalia on right now? Because you got to be on. That's the rule. Natalia, are you with us? Drop me a comment. There she is. Natalia's right there. Natalia, congratulations. You just won yourself a Pokemon watch. Or an Apple Watch. Or an Android watch. Natalia, what's your poison of choice? Are you an Apple girl or an Android girl? Are we going to be friends or not? That's the question here. She says, thank you, but come on. Ah, Apple girl. All right, good. We can be friends. Natalia, please message us to the host and panelists and send us your email address and we will get over a gift card to you. So let's all say congratulations to Natalia. All right, now I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to keep scrolling because otherwise we'll never get through this.
Hey, I am Leon, and I am here to help you succeed in your endeavors. Together, we will build purpose and create a lasting legacy.
This is good. This is an image to video clone, right? That's what it looks like. So with image to video clones, by the way, you can tell because of the way the mouth moves. Porvak and I are solving that problem right now with our model currently. But that's how you can usually tell. It's my only complaint with image to video.
There are brilliant, qualified people everywhere whose expertise is real, but whose authority is not being fully recognized. Welcome to the Authority Edge.
Shelly, that's good. All right, come on.
If you are a foreign brand trying to sell on TikTok Shop US, your account does not fail because of your products. It fails in...
That's good. Scott, you on? Scott, come on. Don't let me down. That's really good, man. I like your video. There he is. Scott, you just won yourself the second watch. Congratulations. Apple or Android, Scott? Come on. We going to be friends or no? Apple. Hey, I'm on a roll today. I'm making all kinds of friends. So, Scott, message us to host and panelists. We will get you over a gift card. And now to give away. Do you know how you're going to do this? Do you know who's going to win? No. That's yours. I can't get myself to give away a DJI mic. All right, everybody, let's help put together your hands and excitement to bring on the doc himself, Porvak. Type in doc. I want to see the chat flood with doc. Representing the white coats, the doc himself, ladies and gentlemen, Porvak Patel. Come on up, my friend.
Thanks, Anik. Can everyone hear me? Hello, hello. All right. Seems like my microphone is... All right, cool. Are you guys able to hear me? Hello, hello. All right, great. So, guys, let me just get my laptop and everything set up. So while I'm doing that, if I can, it's amazing to see the level of, clones that you guys have done it in the group. I'm very excited to, actually see them. Like I said, I want to give away one of these, but I have yet to go through a lot of the clones on the Facebook group, right? So let's do this. Let's first actually begin with my training because, that's the most important part. And then meanwhile, once I'm done with my presentation, when Anik comes back again, I'm going to go through the whole Facebook group since yesterday because I don't want to miss out on anyone. I'm going to go through all the videos and I'm going to pick my favorite, right? So after my presentation, once I'm done, when Anik comes back on again, during that time, I'll use that time to go through the entire Facebook group since yesterday. So I'm not leaving anybody out, giving most people chance to make sure, that I have seen your video and then make a decision, right? So is everybody okay with that? Just give me a quick okay in the chat if you're okay with that, for me to wait until, I finish my presentation so I get everybody chance to see their videos and then come up with my best. And maybe if I ended up picking like a couple of people, then we kind of have to do a raffle, right? Like we have to do who's going to win it, right? So let me first go in there, see, and Matthew, just one quick thing on my software. If you can just make sure it's on a correct preset so I can see the chat's a little bit bigger. They're just gone. So guys, what you guys learn from my presentation yesterday? Because I know, some of you weren't really there yesterday. I wanted to make sure if you had a chance to either watch a replay or, as from the Facebook group, I can already see you guys already started implementing stuff, right? So that's amazing. But I just kind of wanted to hear from you guys. What was a big one takeaway? And if you guys can just put one word in there saying, hey guys, this was like, I didn't know, like I wish, like this is the very chance that actually taught me this. Like I knew how to clone, but like one or two big takeaways that you guys took away from the yesterday's presentation that made your clone look so much better, right? It could be the way I photographed the image, or someone saying the teeth part, the smile part, right? So that, like I said, guys, that's basically where everything begins, right? That's your like main basis for getting a clone done, right? So that's something. Negative prompting, someone said, so that's good. Chats are flying so much faster. Teeth and hand lighting tests. There you go, guys. Always use your palm, right? Always use a palm technique so you can just go around and see how the light is shaping on your hand. Now, I'm just going to take a just quick couple of seconds and kind of like do a little recap of what we did yesterday. I'm not going to go into the demo mode, but I'm just going to go through my slides so that for those who were not here yesterday, at least you can see what we worked on yesterday. And from there, because the next part that I want to cover on my today's presentation, I want to talk about how you can go ahead and do different languages, as well as how you can also, put yourself in any environment. So are you guys excited and ready to show what I have for the next presentation, right? All right. So I'm getting lots of yeses and lots of love from everybody. So that's great. All right. So let's just put my slides up real quick, guys. And I'm going to just take 5 minutes and kind of go over what we went over yesterday so that we're all in sync in terms of what I'm about to teach next, so that everybody's on the same page instead of me directly jumping into my training, right? So yesterday we talked about image clone, audio clone, video clone, right? So image being the image. You basically take your images on the phone, no matter what kind of phone you have. You basically take that with the prompts that we have provided, and you can use that inside either a chat GPT or you can use Gemini, right? So depending on whichever one you have, you can basically do the same thing. And I went over the demo on both of those platforms yesterday. So for those who have not watched it, please go ahead and watch the replay. But for most part, I think everybody's on the same page what image clone is, right? Yes, give me a quick yes in the chat if you think that image clone, you understand the image clone and you know absolutely, like, you have no question about it, right? Because I want to make sure we all understand the process before we jump on to the next thing, right? So I'm getting lots of yeses. Great. Now, when it came to audio, so you guys remember, right? Like we had to do the sampling. For every input, there is an output, right? So we recorded a 45 seconds to a minute audio of Sarah yesterday, which I showed it to you guys. I did that on DJI Mic 2. You don't have to basically, okay, so you know what? Before I jump into the audio, let's just quickly flip to the presentation. So guys, make sure you're taking those images, showing your teeth correctly. The light isn't up there. So like, just go to the replay yesterday and you can see the things that I talked about, right? So capturing the right source image, which we had a similar one just like this yesterday. And from there, we use both of these platforms and whether you use a Gemini or ChatGPT, you could have your image, right? And I also showed you guys the step-by-step instruction how to do that, and also the negative and the positive prompting on top of that. All right, so moving into the audio cloning, right? So audio cloning, as you guys know, I already talked about using 11 Labs, or if you are in a Clone IQ, or if you get one into it, you will also will have opportunity to do your clone audio as well, right? I only touched on the 11 labs because that's what I use every day, but it's something for you to kind of, play and test it. What we talked about yesterday was the instant voice cloning. So instant voice cloning is just taking a 45 seconds up sample, and then I did the demo right in front of you guys, right? And you guys know how Sarah sounded after just giving AI a 45-second worth of training, right? So did you guys like that, what we did yesterday with the audio? It was just a 45-second sample, and we literally were able to create not only her audio, but then also went ahead and used the same audio to generate the video from, right? So it's something and then yesterday's video filming that I did, I actually have a sample ready inside Hagen, so I'll show that to you guys, and then, we kind of work from there. Someone says raise volume in the info webinar room. First of all, before I continue my presentation, let's just get this one thing right before we move forward. So is anybody in the info room, which is room, I don't know what the room name is with you guys, like you guys can see the name of the room or not, but are you all able to hear me just fine as I'm talking to you? Because I want to make sure someone says I'm loud and someone says I'm not loud. So please fix your volume on your side. Just take a little second. I'll show you a quick hack also for that. On your computer, if you're almost at 75%, 80% of the volume, that should be just good enough. Sometimes what happens, because we just got on the computer and we haven't set up our volume right, that means like for one individual, it will be a less volume. And someone like me who's crazy enough to listen audios at 90% of the volume, then it's a lot for me, right? So just take a moment, right? Let's just take a deep breath, check all of our settings on a computer, make sure you're able to hear me. Because you know what happens when one or two people, if they don't have their settings right, and when they put it in the chat, our AV team gets thrown off because it's just one person who we're trying to make the volume adjustment for, right? So just take a deep breath, go to your volume setting, make sure you're at 80 to 90% of the volume so there's no issues, right? All right, good. So moving into the next part, right? So we recorded Sarah's audio yesterday, and then we also uploaded inside 11 labs. And then from there, we were able to get her quick clone done, right? You can also do that by providing a 30-minute audio sample, and you can also get a professional voice clone done as well. So that's also great, right? As I was showing you on my presentation yesterday, we used the DJI Mic 2, so that was great. And then from there, we just did an instant voice cloning, right? So, and then I don't need to go to the demo again because you guys can always watch yesterday's training, right? All right. And then now, does everyone understand how the audio works? You give it input of 45 to minute, and you can get a quick clone done for the audio sample, right? Everybody on the same page? Just want to make sure all of you guys understand before you. Someone says audio wasn't an issue for me. The chats are going so fast, like I couldn't even finish the message. All right, cool. So let's move on to the next part, which is the video one, right? So what I did yesterday using this very gimbal that I had, which is a tiny DJI gimbal, and the phone, I was able to record a video of Sarah, like we just did a sampling, right? So you'll need that. Guys, remember, and even someone asked me yesterday too, hey, is it necessary for us too many looks inside Hagen? All I'm going to tell you guys is what I'm going to cover today on my training, what I'm about to cover, it's all dependent on how much information you have given it to AI, right? So for an example, if you are giving one video and one image to Hagen or our Clone IQ, there isn't much that software has that it can apply and learn from, right? So you have to make sure that you do at least enough video. What I encourage each one of you is, basically, guys, the volume just went weird. So it says distorted, too loud. All right, it's good. All right, great. Now it's messed up. All right, guys, let's do this one more time. Are you able to hear me okay? All right, everybody says sound good, 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 good. Okay, all right, great. So remember, the more sampling you do, it's better. And when I say sampling, is having either your variations of your image clone or variations of the video like I did with Sarah yesterday, right? So for example, if you don't have professional camera, just pull out your phone. As I talked about the DJI app or a native app on your camera, just record yourself a couple of videos. It needs to be only 2 minutes, so you can record 4 or 5 or 6 videos. Just record them in a different environment, because what I'm about to show you next is basically going to show you how you're going to be able to generate those kind of videos where you can actually put yourself in a different environment. All right. So moving on, we're gonna talk about what you need for the cloning. So basically the Hagen setup, which I also went over yesterday. And again, there is image to video and there is a video to video. All right, so those are the kind of clones that we talked about yesterday. Take a little breather, guys. So bear with me. Don't go anywhere. And I'm just going to continue to talk. I'm not going into training just yet, so don't worry about it. You will not miss anything as of yet. Once the sound is good to go, once everybody confirms, then I'll move into the training, right? So yeah, guys. So just wanted to recap. And today, what we'll focus mostly on is showing you how to do your different languages, as well as how to go about putting yourself in a different environment when it comes to the video. Okay, so what I have done for that training is showing you guys taking your very video that you have. So guys, if you can share my screen, I want to talk about the languages first and why it's so important, right? So the reason we would want to have different languages, because let's say you have a business and you're actually serving the US side of things, like where you actually, English is a language, but you do have a community where they actually prefer Spanish or French or other languages, right? So this is where generation of this video comes so handy, because what you're able to do is basically take your existing video that you already produced on Hagen, and you can just turn it into a different language. So that's all you're going to be able to do right away, right? So basically, what we're going to do next, I'm going to go inside my Hagen account and I'm going to show you. It's going to be a video that we did yesterday, and we're just going to basically click on it, and then I'm going to show you exactly how you can change into any language that you want, right? So let me just go ahead and move to Hagen. So basically, I'm inside the software right now. Let me just go to the Sarah's avatar. So right there. And as you guys can see, yesterday we recorded this video, right? We recorded this live. And I had shown you a sample of the video that we did in that podcast room, right? So that's basically what it was. So guys, are we good with the audio? Because I'm still like getting lots of chats here. This is better. All right, guys, let's just try me. Let me try this one more time. Is audio good? Give me one if you're able to hear me well. Just give me one. Nothing else. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. All right. Now give me 5 if you're not able to hear me and the video is choppy. All right, guys. I'm getting lots of 1, right? All right. So Matthew, if you can reset my screen so I can see the chats as big as I can. We only have 1 or 2 people that said 5, so I'm assuming there's something on your side. But for the most part, it's 1. All right. All right, guys. So let's just focus here, because I've been seeing like thousands of comments about audio, and I want to make sure. Someone says, why don't you go listen? I wish I could, because I'm actually training and there's no way for me to listen into, but I wish I could, right? So, all right, that's fine. All right, so let's just jump into training. And yesterday I showed you guys that I recorded this video, and then there was one that I recorded prior to that so that I could show you as a sample, right? So I'm going to go right now, and I'm going to go ahead and go to my projects. And basically, if you look at this, and I'm going to go to Sarah's project real quick so we can all see it. Let's see. Is it here? All right. So I'm just going to go into this one. I think what happened, my team actually deleted the videos of her, or they moved into a different place. They got moved into different projects. So I got to figure out what's going on here. Let me just see, because there's a bunch of videos I see, and I don't see Sarah's video that I did yesterday. So that's interesting. All right, cool. So guys, give me 1 second, okay? Because I want to make sure I'm able to get to those videos. And if not, I'm just going to go ahead and create a new one. But, all right, great. So I can't find Sarah's video from yesterday, which is very odd. I'm going to reset my Hagen one more time to see where I'm at. And give me 1 second. So click on this. And then I go to projects. There you go, MMC5 test. That's where the videos were. So guys, this is the video that I actually did yesterday. So once I went home from the challenge, I said, you know what? I have Sarah's new avatar in there. Why don't I just give it a script, which is the same script as of yesterday, right? So what you can do now, this is an AI generated video. And I'm going to play this. So are we good with the audio to play, Tony? Because I'm going to play a video real quick here. All right. So guys, this is the video that we generated yesterday using basically using the same the input video that I filmed, right? So this is an AI video, and look how good it is in terms of and again, if you guys see the lip sync issue, it's probably only because of the streaming, but we can put this video on a Facebook group and you'll be able to see it. Okay, all right, so
Aquí te mostramos cómo hacer que tus salidas de codificación con IA sean 10 veces mejores. Cada desarrollador avanzado utiliza este método porque lo cambia todo. Así que aquí está la cuestión. La mayoría de las personas están utilizando las herramientas de codificación con IA de manera completamente incorrecta. Simplemente están lanzando indicaciones.
Now, to all my friends who are Spanish in here in this community, can you tell me what you guys think of the video? This is the same script as I did one yesterday, but what I wanted to show you guys today, and I can show you how to do this. It's pretty easy, right? So basically, like, you can take the same script that you already have and you can turn this into any language, and they support up to 175 languages, right? So here are my exact steps in terms of how I went about doing the translation part of the video, right? So what you can do, you can go into your avatar video. So for example, I have all this video that I've created. Let me actually go and look at this one, right? So this one right here is in English.
How to make AI coding 10 times better. Here's how to make your AI coding.
All right. So guys, once you generate your video on HeyGen, all you have to do is go to your project, go to that video that I just went, and then just go ahead and click on translate. So this is an option you're going to click on, right? You can literally choose up to 175 languages. So for example, if I want to do this video in like French, so I can just literally type French in here and then it will pop up, basically here, I just misspelled it, that's why. So I can say French, Switzerland, right? So here you go, you're going to select that, and what you're going to do, once you select that, you want to click on a translate script. If you don't do that, if you don't do translate script, you're not going to be able to translate it. So you want to make sure your setting is open for, like, you have to check that translate script on so that you are able to actually go to it, right? So someone's saying we can't see too much. Guys, if I'm actually inside HeyGen, don't show me side by side. Just show my full screen and I'll try my best to go, as close as I can. So guys, now, are you guys able to see my screen now? Are you guys able to see my screen? And this is the one way to tell that it's live because I'm trying to do all this as per your request, right? All right. So again, let me just walk through this one more time. You generate your video in your native language, or if it's a Spanish, then you generate in Spanish. If it's English, you generate in English. And then from there, you go to your project. Once you go to your project, you're going to go inside your folder where I have generated the video. I think I was in a wrong one. So go to MMC5 test. That's for me. And then from here, the English version, you're going to click on it.
Here's how to make your
You just want to make sure you're on the right one. And then from there, all you have to do is go to translate and then pick a language. So we're going to pick French. So there we go, French. And then within the French, you have like different, countries that you can pick. Like, do you want to do Canada version of it or Switzerland, right? It's because of the way it sounds and the accent that people has. And then you want to do translate script, and then you want to hit translate. Now, guys, pay attention here. The only issue with HeyGen is they're consistently trying to change their UI. You can go and watch if there is a way to watch my last training that I did in June, they have completely changed how this works, right? So you actually have to basically stay on top of like what UI HeyGen has. So they recently made this change about a week ago, right? Before it was so much easier to do the language change, but now it's just getting harder and harder. And the reason sometimes and this is my reason, this is my belief that why they do this is because sometimes what happens when they are running out of like computing powers, they actually make it so harder for you to actually play around with it. And then like last time what happened is during the presentation, I could not get the 4K working. So I had to go to in different menu settings just to download the 4K video. So remember guys, when HeyGen has, basically they like to change UI every once in a while. So please, make sure that you are in the software every single day or at least once a week, kind of playing with it, because next thing you know, they've changed the UI and you know where it is, right? So this is the latest UI for the language change as of now. So we're going to go inside that video that I just did. Now comes up as a draft. So here, let me just zoom out a little bit. That video that I just hit the translate, it comes up as a draft. You're going to have to now click on that draft. Once you click on that draft, again, you're going to be in this editor mode, just like how we were yesterday. But guys, notice this on the left. It's not English anymore. It has now changed it to French. So then from here, you would want to select Avatar 4, just like what I talked about yesterday. So once you do Avatar 4, everything else is great. You don't need to touch anything unless you guys want to put some, elements or the music or captions on it. You can do it through here. So there you go. This is where you can, add all that things to your video if you want to. And then from there, all you're going to do is hit generate. If you're on a better account, you can do up to 4K. If you're on a mid-tier account, you can only do up to 1080. And then once you do that, you hit 4K and you hit submit. Once you submit, you're gonna get the confetti just like we get it all the time on HeyGen. And then from there, your video is gonna start rendering, right? So just want to show you this, guys. And then now what I'm gonna do, I already have a video, which like I said, the Spanish one I already showed you, but in few minutes, we're gonna be able to see this one too. So this is great because now for your business, what you're able to do, you're able to expand your business for different tiers, right? So like, let's say you want to do some business in South America. You're able to take your same content, whether it's social media or your ads or any YouTube videos you're trying to do, you can basically turn it into a different language without having to do so much. And you can do right from the software. And I believe that Clone IQ, and my team can confirm this, I think Clone IQ also has started doing some languages too. I don't know exactly what they are, but I think yesterday I heard that we also do different languages too. So just wanted to show you this. What do you guys think of the translation feature? Like, do you guys love it? Is this something you can use it? And is this something you're gonna go and make few videos on and put it in the group so that I can see it that you have implemented, right? So this is very easy in terms of getting your translation, because sometimes what happens is you have to use various tools to get here. This you can literally create using the very software that you're in. So I want to make sure that you guys understood this right. Okay, and if you guys want, I can show this one more time. So just in the chat, if you can put, hey, I understood the process, is great. Just give me 1 if you understood exactly what I did, or give me 5 if you still think that you need a helping hand in terms of like, hey, how do I'm getting some 5, so let's do this. Let's do one more video. We're going to do one more video where we're going to translate into Spanish. So what I'm going to do, and guys, pay attention, right? And I'm going to zoom in and out of my screen, because if I'm zoomed in, I cannot really see the menus, right? So I'm going to go zoom in and out. So we're going to go on homepage. From there, we're going to click on avatar, and then we're going to select the avatar that we're working on. And then from here, we're going to select Sarah's video that we did yesterday. I'm going to call it use in video, build scene by scene. So it's just taking a second. All right. Now, yesterday, remember, I asked you guys to upload an audio. So remember, if you're already doing a translation inside 11 Labs, then you don't have to do that here. But for those who wants to bring their video for your audio here in English, and then you want to do the translation, it's a different story. If your native language is something else, and you would want to do the different language translation, I think it would be best to do inside HeyGen versus 11 Labs. So keep your native language inside 11 Labs. Once that native language comes to HeyGen, you do that video in your very own language that you want to do. And from there, you can do any translation that you want, right? Great. So we're going to select the audio that we had yesterday, which was here, Sarah's audio. Once you upload it once, it always stays here, so you don't have to kind of look for it. And then you add the audio. Make sure you select the Avatar 4. Does anyone remember why did I say not to use Avatar 5? Did anyone catch from my training yesterday? What was my reasoning for not using Avatar 5? You guys can put that in the chat. Too handsy, not real speed, no, too many, it's not good. Glitchy. I wouldn't say it's glitchy, but I feel it's like too much animated, like it's too expressive. That's what I've seen. So great. All right, great. So you guys are paying attention. Great. That's what I was trying to look for. All right, so you hit generate, and then depending on the resolution that you want, you name the video, and then you hit submit. So that's your English version of the video, right? So I'm not going to submit because I don't want to waste the credits. But let's go back to home. So once your video is generated, it's either going to show up here like this, or because I had everything in my folder that I had selected, so it's going to go over here, right? So there you go. And you're going to select your English version. So there you go. You're going to select your English version of the video. And then from there, you would want to click translate. And I'm going to zoom this screen so everybody can see it. on the translate, you want to make sure your translate script is open. Like it's basically the check mark is open, right? So you want to do that, and then we're gonna say, let's do German. So we can just say German. It could be Austria, Germany. So we're gonna pick Germany, and we're gonna hit translate, right? Once you do that, now what used to happen before in older UI, as soon as you do translate, it was basically do the translation for you. Now what HeyGen is doing, it's not letting you translate the video. And I have a reason to believe why they're doing this, because once you translate, what if you want to make changes to it? What if you want to put something else in the video that you did not want it for the English version or your native language version, right? So they're basically making you re-edit the video. So that's why you go to draft, and then on the draft, you're doing all of your settings again. Basically, you're doing everything all over again like you did for the first time. That's all you're doing. So then you hit generate, and then automatically the language comes up here. Same thing, 4K, and then you hit submit. All right. Do all of you understand the process now, how to change your videos in a different language, right? So I'm getting lots of yeses. We want to make sure that you understand this part, right, before I move on to the next part. All right, great. So, and again, if you guys have any questions, I will take them later on, because I want to focus on the training just for now. So there you go. And I think one of the videos already generated, so I can literally play it and see how it sounds like. So let's play this one.
Wie man KI-Codierung 10-mal besser macht. So verbessern Sie Ihre KI-Codierungsergebnisse um das 10-fache. Jeder fortgeschrittene Entwickler verwendet diese Methode, weil sie alles verändert. Also, hier ist die Sache. Die meisten Menschen verwenden KI-Codierungswerkzeuge völlig falsch. Sie werfen einfach Eingabeaufforderungen hinein und hoffen auf das Beste. Und dann fragen Sie sich, warum der Code fehlerhaft ist, nicht skalierbar ist oder bricht, wenn Sie versuchen, neue Funktionen hinzuzufügen. Richtig? Hier ist der dreistufige Prozess.
So guys, like, this is amazing. You can use it to your advantage. There's so many out there, you guys are working on the content every day, and I don't want you to spend so much time just converting into a different language with other different tools. Like, you can just literally do this right inside HeyGen, and a lot of your processes are saved because you already have your video. So all you're doing is going in there, selecting a different language from a video that's already generated, go back to the editor mode again, because that's what HeyGen is asking you to do nowadays. It wasn't the case before, but it is the new UI now. So make sure you're doing that, and then once you have that, your video is good to go, right? So guys, let me just take a quick water break. If somebody can just bring me water, I am my throat is kind of getting a little dry, so if you can get me water. And then what do you guys think of this? Like, do you guys think this could be very useful in your business? Is this something you can use? Someone says no water, but Steve, the great thing is my team can bring it for me. So that's the only advantage I have versus you. But anyways, yeah, we're not going to take a longer break today. We're just going to go right into the other training, because we're on a time here. And if someone can also update a time here for me, how much longer I have, because I know Anik is also going to come up, and I want to make sure I stay within the time. I know yesterday you told me like I can do this for an hour and a half, so I think like we're already into 20 minutes. So that's good. Let me just take a quick sip of water. Someone say if I can quickly explain what UI is. UI is a short form of user interface. User interface means whatever you're seeing like right now here, that's your user interface, like where your left side of the menu stays, and then when your right side of the menu is, and then you can go inside. Like, this is all user interface, how you're seeing all this different windows and your text and buttons to upload and things like that. So that's exactly what user interface is. And yeah, do get yourself familiarized with the term, because especially with the AI, now you need to know where everything's are, right? Like things in terms of, hey, where can I upload my images? Where can I upload my videos and things like that? So it's just quick, and just Google it, right? Like, I just gave you a shorter version of it. If you want to dive deep into it, it's all great. So are you guys excited to go into the next training, which I'm going to show you exactly how to put yourself in a different environment. And first, I would like to show you Anik's video that we did. We actually use that video as an ad also, so that you're able to, you actually have seen the video. Many of you already seen the video. So I want to show you the video first, and then kind of talk about the process, how I got to that video. So far we've covered how to do your images, how to do your audio. The third one was how to record a video so we can upload both image and the video inside HeyGen. From there, I talked about how to do your video generation, right? And then once that is done, I talked about how to change it in a different language, right? So everybody's on the same page in terms of the steps that we took, because the next step that I'm about to talk is completely different step. And basically to do the next step, you don't really have to have, if you've done all this, you don't need to do anything extra, and you can now add this as a layer on top of it, and then you're able to do everything that I'm about to show you. All right, great. All right, so let me actually go ahead and open that video real quick. And guys, I'm gonna play this video. Just watch the whole video. And this was the video that we ran as an ad, a last challenge, and it was completely done inside HeyGen. So I just want to show you that. All right.
My wife and I have traveled to over 40 countries, but my clone, that son of a gun, has been to 100 plus countries. Hell, he's been to the moon. Just imagine one day at the beach, the next at the Taj Mahal, then in London having tea at the Buckingham Palace, then this guy goes to Switzerland, then he's hanging out on a safari in Africa. Thanks to this clone, I can technically shoot content and sales videos anywhere in the world, or even outside the world. It's not just fun. Heck, the clones we've built have had over 1 billion views. We get thousands of leads a day, and we have fun doing it. Want a clone of yourself? Want to finally relax, kick your feet back and enjoy life for once? You know that dream we all have of being free as entrepreneurs? This is your chance. I will personally help you build your clone in a few hours, 100% free during my 3-day challenge. Well, will it be me or my clone? I guess you'll have to find out, but for now, I've got many things I need to do. Go sign up!
So guys, this whole thing, like besides this text that you're seeing right now, it says click below. That was the only thing my team added afterwards. We did not do that. So just the subtitles that you're seeing, all these subtitles that you're seeing, that's the only thing we did not do that inside HeyGen, because we first wanted to get our video out and then rely on our own editing, which you can do it in Canva and any other software, right? This whole thing was generated inside HeyGen. Now imagine you're having to pay your editor to do this video. What do you think? How long do you think it would have taken him to come up with all this different scenery? You would have had to film it on a green screen. Like, first of all, you would have to either film on a green screen or go to an actual location to do it, right? So then the reason I'm stressing this part so much, now you get to be the creative director. So basically, up until now, you had a brilliant idea, but you couldn't execute because, well, someone said, what is a green screen? All right, we'll talk about that, Sunil. And then we'll, you know what, probably tomorrow if I get a chance, or maybe today if there's some time, we'll talk about green screen and all that. Sunil, do you need green screen? I would say absolutely not. It's absolutely not required, and that's what I'm going to show you in my next video. Okay, you're gonna get the training where you can even do these kind of video without having a green screen. Green screen it's not must. You don't have to have a green screen video. Although I do recommend that you have at least 5 or 6 videos in your HeyGen account, right? Your blue backdrop works. You can film yourself in a white backdrop. Don't use black as a backdrop, because what happens is, because most of people have a black hair sometimes, and it's very hard to distinguish between the black background and the hair. So unless you do the lighting properly. So make sure you can literally just have any videos that you want. Okay, so don't have to have a green screen. That shouldn't be a roadblock for you. All right, so let me actually walk you through the process why you need a video like this. Let's say you have a creative idea that you want to do, but you're like, hey man, I really don't know how to use this. My audio doesn't match, and you could run into multiple different issues, right? So what I'm going to show you next, it's going to be a process, and it's going to be a process in various steps. Okay, so let me go to my presentation real quick. And so again, we talked about the languages. So again, you can just go ahead and maybe screenshot this. My team has also started working on the cheat sheet that I talked about, and as I asked them last night, they said they had one ready. Now they did this last time, so it wasn't most accurate because the UI has changed since then. So this is a cheat sheet that they worked on, which basically give you everything and all the settings you need to do, right? That way, for example, let's say I don't want to watch that 2-hour training that Porvak did on day 1. You can just look at this sheet and then basically you can just go from there. But they are updating this because this is an older one, and then a lot of the things have changed, right? So they are going to give you how to do an image clone cheat sheet. My team is going to give you how to do a video filming, meaning like how to have your video done and then upload it, so then you're good to go. Same thing for the language change, right? So the different languages. They're also going to give you a sheet on the seed dance process that I'm just about to talk to you about, right? So you're going to get that. So all this will be uploaded, and I guess Sarah will post or our team will post a link for the resources, and that's exactly where you'll find them. As soon as these are done today, because that's the task I've given them, they're going to make sure it's ready tonight. So tomorrow when we see you guys again, we will be able to share this with you, okay? So it's something my team is working in the background, but this is where you'll be able to see things visually, as well as, able to go through the steps and kind of, come up with your own videos and all that. All right, great. So we finished that. And then now let's go into the seed dance, right? Which is the highlight of the day. All right, so I already guys showed you the video. I know I only showed you one, but there's a couple different samples that I showed you yesterday as well inside the account. So that's great. Seed dance overview, okay? So this whole thing relies on 2 things. Is one, having a prompt, because you need a prompt. But how do you get the prompt? There is no way I ask Anik to be in on this. Like, I did not write it, or I did not speak into it. You need a script. And your script is basically where everything begins. So no matter what kind of video you're generating, whether regular face to camera or image to video, video to video, you need a script. Script is your 50% of the work. Here's what I'm going to say. Script is your 50% of the work. And then how better you make that script is like another 15, 20%. And on top of that, if you layer that, the prompt for the seed dance style videos, then it makes it even better. So guys, imagine you're spending 80 to 90% of your time on the script and the prompts, and you're not wasting your time on anything else. I would say the video that I just showed you, my team, I think it took them like 6-7 hours to do the video. They spent 5 hours just refining the script and the prompts. Generation of the video was only an hour, because you have to generate different scenes. So does everyone understand what I just talked about? Like, hey, it's the more process is inside, figuring out your script, figuring out your prompts, and then the remaining like 10-15% is only the generation of the video. So don't spend too much time on generating the video. We're always in a rush to click that button. Like, hey, let me go click. Like, how many times, just give me one that you're always in a rush of clicking that go button, and it's like, hey, I'm going to have my video exactly the way I want. And I was on the same boat when I started, right? I would not spend time on script. I would not worry about the prompt, always in a rush, because I need to see the results. We are always eager to see the results. Therefore, we rush into it. I don't want you to rush into it. Take your sweet time, work on your script, go through the prompt, actually make sure that, and I'm going to show you how to actually generate the prompt automatically. You don't even have to do it. We're going to provide you with the GPT where you can go in there, drop your script, and all of your scenes and everything is done for you. Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, literally the GPT will figure out what kind of scenes you do. Now, as I talked to you guys yesterday, if you need to layer anything on top of that as a positive or negative prompt, you can always do that. And that's why I want you to read the prompt and not like just, copy paste it. So do a lot of time, looking through the prompt, and that's what's going to give you the best results. Okay. And so again, my team, as they said, like, hey, use the clear prompts, keep output consistent, and review before you export, right? So these are the kind of stuff that you want to make sure. So we're going to go inside Hagen again, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, right? Because again, you can screenshot this, and it will be also available to you in the recording, so you can see it. Basically, again, this is something they just changed about a week ago. They used to call it something else, and now it's called single scene. I don't know where they came up with that name, but it's a single scenes, right? It was completely different about a few weeks ago, right? So I just want to make sure. Actually, if I can remember, I know what the name was. Either it was a video agent. That's what they called it. So it's up there. It was under a different section, but it was not as a single scene. So that's what you guys want to, feed yourself in terms of knowing that particular word. Single scene is where the seed and stuff happens. Okay. All right. So let's go. And first, let me show you where that is. So we're going to go inside Hagen. and I'm gonna zoom out of the screen so I can see the whole thing. You're gonna click on homepage and you're gonna do single scene. And then in the single scene, here's the one thing that you guys wanna make sure. Make sure you're not on the Avatar 5. You wanna be in a cinematic option. This is what CDance is. And they used to have a little CDance logo next to it, but they removed it. And I don't know why they did that. I guess they don't want people to use it as much, I guess. I don't know. But cinematic is where your magic happens, right? So this is basically powered by CDance, just so you guys know. So in the background is powered by CDance. All right, so you need a prompt here. So now, can anyone tell me, if I were to do Anik's video, just like the one I showed you, what kind of prompt do I need to put here? Can anyone give me any idea? Just throw some ideas at me, like, hey, Porvak, if you were to literally put the prompt here and expect that video like that you just showed us, what would you do here? Like, where do I begin, right? Someone said, descriptive. Okay, ask ChatGPT. I just want to understand your thought process. Like, how would you guys approach it without me actually showing you? I just want to see, like, what would you guys suggest? So just go to Brain, ChatGPT, sell ice cream? Sure. I mean, that's just the idea, right? You're just giving more topic ideas. I was talking more about the thought process. Like, how would I go about, let's say if I want to have Anik sell ice cream, where would I go to get the script from, right? So here's what I do, okay? So we're going to go to this document here. This is a script. This is the exact same script that I showed you the video of, where it says, I only speak 2 languages, English and Hindi, but my split can do. So I think that's not the video I showed you. Maybe I showed you this one. My wife and I have traveled over 40 countries, right? So this is a video that this is a script that I showed you the video of. All right, so what we're gonna do, and I don't know why it's so big, so let me first make it smaller so I can see it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's assume that all of you have a script ready that you were trying to do the video of. So all you're gonna do is you're gonna take this script, okay? You're gonna take this script and you're gonna copy it. And then you're going to go to ChatGPT, and we have a GPT called CDAN Shot Builder. So this is the GPT, and if my team can, they already have it, I think, in the resources. If not, if support can help you guys, either locate that where it is, or if my team can just put on like, hey, this is exactly where it is at. We have created something called CDAN Shot Builder. So this basically helps you do all of your scenes. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and paste this. And I'm gonna give it a go. All right, and let's see what happens. And Jamie Kelsey, right? You are right. You can actually give video with the 8 locations and 7 wonders of the world, including the one. That's exactly what it did. You can actually ask ChatGPT, but here the advantage that I have, because I just pasted the script, guys, look what it did. Just follow, and I'm gonna zoom this in. All right, look what it did. It even gave me how many scenes I'm gonna have, and I'm gonna get to this point. Like I'm gonna tell you why we need this GPT. Imagine you're doing a 15-second video. Now HeyGen will charge you for that 15-second video credits, and imagine you're just like trying to figure out, like you're trying to do those 3-second scene one by one. Instead of what my GPT does, it basically gives you one scene, and because it knows it's a 10 seconds. It actually gives you multiple different scenes within those 10 seconds. So you're not having to waste your credits, because for you to make any video look great, you need to have those, 1 to 4 second shots, like 3 to 4 second shots. But if I'm generating on my, all those within 12 seconds on HeyGen, guess how much credit I'm wasting in terms of like, hey, so what this GPT does for you is once you give it a script, it identifies how big it is, and then it chops it. And then once it chops it, it knows, oh, for the first 15 seconds of the video, I'm only going to use 10 seconds. And in the 10 seconds, I'm going to give you a variation of different scenes. Imagine the level of details that GPT is actually coming out with. So, and then someone says, I don't see it. I guess you just have to add the GPT, which my team will make it available for you. This is for everybody to use. It's not like something that, we're not letting you use. You can definitely use it. So again, look, it did 10 seconds. It did number of the shots that it's going to do, so shot count 2. And then it also gave me a visual concept saying the HeyGen avatar begins besides his wife in a belief of travel settings, then a clone comparison. So it came up with its own idea. Now, I may want to show Anik's wife next to him, or I may not want to, right? That's up to me. But that's what it came up with. And then it's basically giving you transition in. So natural opening with the avatar already engaging the environment. So guys, look, it's doing everything for me. It's coming up with the duration, the word count, the shot count. So everything is basically located here, right? So now, once I see this, I said, you know what? I kind of like the whole thing, right? So I can just go ahead and say, well, why don't you give me the first scene? Because I have to let it know. Like, I'm happy with all the prompting, so I'm going to say, give me the first scene. So let's see what happens. All right, so and guys, remember, don't copy all the way from here. You're going to get a box like that. That's going to start from format, and this is something very important. You don't want to copy the whole thing. You just want to copy this part right here. And look, it has done everything for us. The wardrobe, the environment. So look at the environment. I believe a sunlight European overlook with the layered OCD architect. And then the mood, warm personal pride shifts into amused disbelief. So basically, like, it's even like it's adding music to it too. So everything is done for you guys right here. And then all you have to do is just copy this right here. And you have to go inside HeyGen and you would just paste this in here. Does everyone follow me so far? Do you have any questions? I know someone had their hand on their head, like, what just happened? But all right. And I know, guys, this is a very intense training. That's why I kept it for the day 2. I could have easily done this yesterday, but I did not want to give you guys too much. So again, I'm only working on my scene 1. Remember, my script has a lot of scenes. This is just the one scene I'm working with. So your scene gets decided at the GPT level. You grab one scene, you come in here, but you see what it's doing, right? 0 to 6 second, a one shot, 0 6 to 0 10, another shot, and it's all figuring out for you, right? You just have to turn off the enhanced prompt because our prompt is so great coming out of the GPT. We don't want to let HeyGen decide what they want to do with it. And now the bigger thing is, who do you want in this video? So we're going to go ahead and select that. So I'm going to say, and how I got there, there's a little button here for you to click to add the avatar. So you can actually click on here, go to Anik's video. I'm just going to go ahead and randomly pick, like, let me just keep going. Let me just pick one in the classroom. Someone asked me, is it absolutely necessary to have a green screen so that a video that you generate can put you in different environments? No, I'm selecting a video where he's just sitting in a classroom. He's not even on a green screen. So I'm going to do that. All right. And after that, all I have to do is go, like, I just have to click here and it's good to go. And you can keep the resolution 720. Don't have to go anything fancy up to like 1080 and waste credits. 720 is just good enough for this. And guys, it's just gonna start generating the video. Now, what we did before the event started, I went ahead and actually applied the same prompts and got the video ready for you. So I can actually show you what that's gonna look like, right? So let me go to my project real quick. And this is MMC5 day 2. And let me just go into sample 1. And this is not the right one. So let me go sample 2 because that's what it was. I think it's not even, yeah, I think it's this one. So guys, all of my scenes are already, like, look at over here. So had I gone and done all the scenes, this is what it would have looked like. So I got all of the scenes from the GPT and then I processed them inside HeyGen. And this is like the number of scenes that I came up with. So there are total 8 scenes that I came up with in the script. So I'm just gonna play the first one, okay? So let me just go ahead and download it so we can see the most accurate results. There we go. I'm gonna download them on 4K. And guys, I'm doing this right in front of you, right, from HeyGen. So it's not something I did it before. It's just already processed and ready to go. Just like the cooking show, right? We don't want to wait too long for the dish to cook. So there you go. Scene 1. And look at this.
My wife and I have traveled to over 40 countries, but my clone, that son of a gun, has been to 100 plus countries. Hell, has been to the moon.
What do you guys think of that? That was just from the script that I just did it right in front of you. And it's the same script I used this morning to come with that. I did not do anything different. So that's just the one scene, right? Now let's go ahead and look at the second scene. So let's just go back in that folder and we're going to click on the second one. And guys, the reason it's doing scenes, it cannot do video longer than 15 seconds. That's why it's doing different scenes. That's all it is. So your job at the end is going to be literally downloading all this video, take it to Canva and just put them in a sequence and export it again. And you can also apply the subtitle and everything. I'm sure Canva does it. Can anybody confirm? Matthew, do you know if Canva does subtitles and all? I haven't used it in a long time. Or if anybody who's on this webinar can confirm with me, like, hey, does Canva or other free software that can do subtitles, right? CapCut, right? So go ahead and put it in a CapCut, align your scenes, and you're good to go. Imagine you don't have to do green screen. You can put yourself in any environment that you want, that you say it in your script. So my GPT will basically understand what your script is. Based on that, will come up with locations. You can do negative or positive prompting. Take all those different scenes inside HeyGen under the scene, the scene option, and then basically generate each one of those videos and just layer them together, and you have your video and you're good to go. All right, so this is a scene 2. So I'm going to download this one so we can see the most accurate results. So I'm going to do this, and let's just go ahead and do one more. So 1 is done, 2 is done. I can download number 3 also. Make sure.
Then this guy goes to Switzerland. Then he's hanging out on a safari in Africa.
I don't know why it's playing that, because it should have waited for me to download. All right, here we go. So here's number 2. Here's scene number 2.
Just imagine one day at the beach, the next at the Taj Mahal. Then,
guys, we did all this from that one classroom video that we selected. Do you guys realize that? Because someone asked me, we had to have a green screen. We don't need a green screen. All this video learning was from that one video that I had selected. If you guys remember, when I pasted a script, I had to select a particular avatar to generate the videos from. So someone says like you get more avatars with the paid accounts. With the paid account, you can actually do multiple different looks, guys. Watch my yesterday's training. I talked about this. Don't overpay for the avatars. Your one avatar is you, and underneath your avatar, you can host as many videos that you like. All right. So there you go. That was scene number 2. Let's just go and watch another scene, actually. So let's just go ahead and download this number 3 and see how that one looks like. So there you go. Hit 4K. Click download. And then we'll probably watch one more too, okay? So we're going to do this one.
Thanks to this clone.
And let's download that. And guys, you see how it looks different than the one video that I showed you earlier? Is because we went ahead and did a little bit of a different, negative and a positive prompting. Like, hey, I want this versus this. So it's not like don't compare like apples to apple every time you generate one. You're going to always get a slightly difference, and that's why your prompt needs to be accurate so it can give you the same thing. All right. So what I'm going to do now, just so that everybody can understand, I'm going to open all 4 at once, and I'm going to play one by one so you can actually see how they would have looked in terms of the sequence, right? So I'm going to open the number 2, then the 3, and then let me do number 4. All right. And I'm going to put all of them next to each other. Unfortunately, I don't have editing software in here, so I'm not stitching them together, but like this is how scene 1, scene 2, scene 4, and let me just get the scene 3 real quick. There we go. All right, so I got all my scenes that are ready to go. All right, so let me put this down. Scene 4 here, scene 3 here. So you start with scene 1. So imagine this was your main video, right? That's already done and produced.
My wife and I have traveled to over 40 countries, but my clone, that son of a gun, has been to 100 plus countries. Hell, has been to the moon.
Guys, see how he landed on the moon? And the next shot in the editing is basically he's in the same environment, right? Which is the moon. And you can actually with the you can layer another prompt on it saying for my next scene, start at the exact same place that I was at. So you can also do that. I didn't do that here, but you can actually go and do a better prompt. Like you can do better prompting to get there. But look, it's in the same environment.
Just imagine one day at the beach, the next at the Taj Mahal, then in London having tea at the Buckingham Palace.
And then moving into
Just imagine one day.
Me going to number 3.
Then this guy goes to Switzerland. Then he's hanging out on a safari in Africa.
And there you go on the next one.
Thanks to this clone, I can technically shoot content and sales videos anywhere in the world, or even outside the world.
You guys saw that? And this was all done from that one prompt with different scenes we got from the GPT. So how easy was that to create this? And Anik's here actually peeking because, hey, we just did a demo for them where I was able to produce all these videos for them right here. So what do you guys think? Great. Do you think you'll be able to get something like this done in next few hours and post it on a Facebook group so that, you know, you can get my expectation a little higher, and then I will give away this DJI mic too? Or so, guys, great, right? So, yeah, I wanted to talk about basically those two things. Now, I know I have a bit of a time here, so do you guys want me to go ahead and do another one, show like another video with the same thing where you can actually add more, like you can actually put it in particular environment by adding images. So let's say if I had Anik and I wanted him to put in a different environment, which I give it. This time I had a GPT decide where he's going to be. Now this time I can actually go ahead and put my own images so he gets to be placed in a very environment that I want him to be in. Okay. All right. So for that, let me just go ahead and quickly get to my script real quick. So let me open this document. All right. So this is the one we're going to work on. Okay. So this one right here. It's a script. It says this year we're going to have over 700 entrepreneurs, investors, founders from all over the world. Again, specifically to learn how to use their clone and AI to drive more traffic, more leads, and more sales. Okay, so imagine this is a script Anik has given me and said, Anik had said, hey, Porvak, can you please put me in a last year's event where I was not able to do this ad? So can you go ahead and please put me inside that environment, right? So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, using the same technique that I did for the chat GPT, I already have the prompt ready, as you guys can see, right? So it's already a format. Remember, it always starts from the format. So that prompt is already ready to go. So you're going to click on that. How do we get this prompt? Is that from the same GPT? So basically, you would go copy this link, go to your GPT real quick. You're going to start a new chat. Actually, you don't have to start a new chat. Just click on new chat and go back to your shot builder again and just paste it in here, right? And then hit go, and it's going to give you all of your different scenes. All right, so scene 1, and I think it's going to do more than one scene, I think. Let's see. Oh, just did 2 shots, basically. So, all right, so can you give me all scenes? All right, so I have 2 shots and it has counted the durations and everything. My scene's ready to go. So that's the exact same thing as I have it in here in this document right there. It's a prompt. So all I'm going to do now, and guys, this is where it's going to differ from the first one. I'm still going to copy this prompt like I showed you. All right. And I believe it goes all the way up to here. So I have to copy the whole thing. All right, let me just copy the whole thing. And I'm going to go inside HeyGen again. Going to click on home page, click single scene, and I'm going to be in a cinematic option. That's where the, the magic happens. I'm going to go ahead and paste my prompt. And once I do that, let me remove Sarah from there because we want to make sure we put Anik. So we're going to go ahead and put Anik there. We're going to use the same classroom shot so that you guys don't think like, oh, I'm using some fancy, some fancy green screen, right? So we're going to stick with the same one. Now, the only difference that I'm doing in this one is I'm adding some more images to it, right? Because I want to put him in a particular environment. That's why. So you guys see this image right here? This is from last year. This is an image that I photographed from our last year event at Agentic AI Summit. This was at the Ritz-Carlton in DC. So this is where that image came from. And then I'm also doing another stage image so that AI will know what kind of event it was and what kind of environment I'm working with, right? I'm just providing 2 simple images, nothing fancy, just 2 images. So for you guys, maybe let's say you have an office and you have a couple of photos of your office, or you like something that you created on ChatGPT and it's a nicer office and you would like to place yourself in there, you can do that, right? So these are the only images we're going to use. So what I'm going to do is click here, and you want to click on media. So this is important, right, guys? Once you select your avatar, you would want to click here and click on the media again. And from the media, you would want to click, go to downloads. That's where I have those 2 images. So let me get you those images real quick. There you go. So these are the 2 images that I'm working with. And this is all you need, okay? And then from here, once you have those images selected for that prompt, you're just gonna go ahead and add 2 items. And guys, look over here. You now have Anik as an avatar. And then because you wanna place him in those 2 environment, this is why you've given 2 reference images. And then you have the prompt that came from the GPT. And all you have to do is hit go, which I'm not gonna do it right now because it's gonna, again, waste the credits. And I already have that video produced for you guys and it's already ready. So let me show you how that video is gonna look like, okay? So now, let me just go to my download real quick. And I just did it this morning. Is this scene 3? Actually, sorry, it's video 3 right there. So guys, once you have that prompt already placed, this is what the video is gonna look like.
This year, we're going to have over 700 entrepreneurs, investors, founders from all over the world, again, specifically to learn how to use their clone and AI to drive more traffic, more leads, and more sales.
What do you guys think of the video? This is from doing that prompt, putting him in the very environment that I wanted him to be in because we couldn't do these kind of ads last year in the middle of the event. So one avatar, and that avatar, guys, this right here, like, let me show you. This avatar right here, I did not get it from anywhere else. It was basically originated from Anik's looks that we had uploaded a couple of months ago. This is Anik's avatar where he has a bunch of videos, and that video existed like right here. This is that one video. So imagine if you guys don't even have this many as Anik, maybe you just have 4 or 5. Now, if you have a video one, little better, but if you have an image one, it's not gonna do as well. Like, video is always gonna outperform the image one, right? So if you have a couple of videos in here and you select that, go to HeyGen, go to scene by scene, click on the single scene, go to cinematic, make sure you select Anik and those images like I showed you, and you are good to go. Let me show you one more video that I did a sample for you guys. So let me just open that real quick. I think it's this one. The dance video number. Actually, let me just go to my Google Drive folder so I can see it if I have it there. Right there. Video number 2. Here you go. Here's the one.
My wife and I have traveled.
So that's not the one because we already went through that. It's going to be video number 1. Sorry. So let me just go ahead and download this real quick. You can see, and this is another version that I just did it last evening that I worked on, and as you can see, it got uploaded to Drive in the morning. So this is something that I just worked on, and
I only speak 2 languages, English and Hindi, but my clone, he speaks 30 languages, and he's going to help me take over the world. Don't believe me? See for yourself. Hola.
Bonjour.
Namaste.
Morhaba.
Konnichiwa. Stop sitting around doom scrolling. Do something useful with your time. Create your clone so you can finally conquer the world without working so dang hard. Don't worry, it won't cost you a thing. I'll show you for free. We'll build it together 100% free during this 3-day challenge coming up. Click below and learn more. Or don't. No me importa, amiga.
You guys see that? Like, we had a 30-second script, and and I can show you like right here. So if you go to my script number 2, this is that script. Right here, script number 3, sorry, right there. Let's see. This is the one, so I think it was number 1. Yeah, the 2 languages one, right? So this was a script, which then turned into a prompt using the GPT that I talked about. And then from there, it was given to HeyGen, and it produced 2 videos for us, 2 or 3 videos. Actually, it had scene 3 videos for us. We stitched it together, and that was the video that you just saw that came out of this particular prompts. So prompting is where we spend most amount of time either adding and removing things that we think will not work. So please, like, I don't have a time here to like kind of read through all of these prompts, but I highly encourage you, once your prompt comes out of a GPT, your job is to go through them and kind of make sure you're happy with everything that you're seeing. And if you're not, keep just talking back and forth. And then once you have your final prompt, then take it to HeyGen and then generate the video. This way, what you're going to do, you're going to waste less credits and you're going to be happy with the results. So guys, that was the training on C dance. What do you guys think? All right, great, great. All right, so I still got 23 more minutes before Anik comes on. So, we can actually either address a couple of questions, or maybe you guys can put something in the chat, and if I find something that I can do a training on right away, I can try my best to do it. Hey team, just let Anik know that I'm almost done. So if he wants to maybe come here early on, or I still have 22 minutes. So just let him know and let me know if whenever he's coming back, so I can do my training based on that. All right. Someone says Higsfield, right? So Higsfield, Anik did give me a challenge as of last night. He said, Porvak, you will have to come up with a solution for Maya, which is basically the Maya getting integrated in our system, which I'm working on. I am working on a lot of different models right now that are our own. So it's not like we're using some other models. We're just coming up with our own recipe as to how to do image to video and video to video that are comparable to our other competitors, or, and when I do that, I get to play with it on the technology side and kind of integrate my own ideas, because I do have a, vast knowledge of, how the images works, how the videos work. Audio, I have not spent as much time in terms of like mastering what my friend Tony does here, because he's the genius of audio, but I understand audio enough in terms of how can I have a better audio so that it works with your ads or your social media and things like that. All right, guys. So Anik is here. I still have 20 minutes. So do you want to come up here and? Okay, great. So because that was one of the things that it just popped up. It's like, hey, we want to see Higsfield. So I guess, guys, welcome Anik, and we're gonna have him actually do the training on Higsfield and continue the show. So thank you guys, and I really appreciate all the messages and everything. But let's welcome Anik back again.
All right. So, what'd you guys think of the docs training? How was that? Isn't that cool what you can do now with seed dance? Because this, as is right now, probably isn't the right thing for 95% of you. Okay? But I'm still going to show it because you asked. So take a deep breath. Everyone take a deep breath. All right, let's relax. Let's relax. I can see I feel it. I feel the anxiety. All right. Someone just said, big risk on it, but go for it. I know, man. I'm totally going to regret this, but I'm going to go for it. Okay. So if you think this is a hot mess, wait 1 second. All you got to do is scroll over this. Holy smokes. Look at all the options. That's video. Look at all the options. Audio. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. There's just keeps, the navigation has a scroll. Like you have to scroll for the damn navigation. So I logged in and I was like, I'm out. No, thank you. And then I was watching TikTok. Okay. Gotta love TikTok. I get some of my best AI news from TikTok. So I was watching TikTok and I see this thing called a Higsfield Supercomputer. And I see this guy use it on TikTok. And I was like, what the hell is a supercomputer? What is that? That's an interesting term. And it's Higsfield. I hear Porvak talk about it all the time. And he shows how he just chats with the chat and he creates videos. And I thought, I haven't seen that yet. It was kind of like a chat GPT, but for like video and image creation. So I got intrigued and I went in and I pulled up. It's not like, they should probably advertise it more or make it easier to see. It's right here. And when you click it, it opens a new browser. And this is what it looks like. It's called Supercomputer. And it took me a while just to find it, by the way. Okay. It took me a while just to find the damn thing. And so you go in here and I, the first thing I ever typed to Supercomputer was, what are you? Like, what do you do? Because I didn't know what it was, right? I just was curious. And it was like, oh, well, I make videos for you and I blah, 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 blah. And I do all this and I do all that. And so I was like, okay. So I started talking to it. I said, oh, this is what I do. I'm a marketer. I make Facebook ads. I do social media, blah, blah, blah. and it comes back and it says, well, I can help you create, you know, Brianna says, don't say blah, blah, blah. I'll say whatever the hell I want. What's wrong with blah, blah, blah? So it says we can help you create, you know, social media videos, this and that. And I thought, I mean, I already do that. So I wrote back to it. I said, I already do that with HeyGen. That doesn't sound fun. And so it comes back and says, well, I can help you create a character or something like that. And I thought, what do you mean? So I just started talking to it. And it said that, well, if you want someone else to also do videos, you don't have to pay an actor. We can just create one. And I was like, all right, I'm interested. Let's pull this thread further. And honestly, it created Maya. That was its first character. It just created for me. I never gave it a description. I never gave it anything. It just created Maya. And when it came back, it said, how's this? Meet Maya. And I thought, cool. Hi, Maya. Like, yeah, that's good. Let's go. Let's roll with Maya. Right? Definitely hits a different demographic than I do. And that's kind of where my brain first went with this, is if I'm able to create these actors that represent different demographics, right, then I'm able to speak to those demographics. You know, as I present, as I speak, my personality, my look, my feel, it attracts a certain type of person. I know that, right? Like, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but the market is huge. And so my brand could speak to different people, but I need a different, you know, actor or different avatar to speak to them, a different persona. All these words work. And so I was like, all right, I'll try this. And then here's the thing. You can do this on HeyGen. So you can go to HeyGen. I can create an image right now on ChatGPT of anybody. I could describe to ChatGPT, create me a mid-30s female, Caucasian, blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, professional corporate work attire, and it'll create one for me, no problem. Hey, like, and then I could take that picture from ChatGPT and shove it into HeyGen's image to video model and technically get a video, but it doesn't look good. I don't like the image to video model personally. It just, the whole facial expressions and all of that, it just doesn't feel real. So I went ahead and said, hey, go ahead and create a video of Maya. I gave it no script. I gave it nothing. And the first video came back, was really impressive. I was like, okay, like wow, like I can work with this. This is a good video. And it figures out the scenes. It does all. So the supercomputer part is it thinks through all of that. It creates your scenes for you. It writes my scripts for me once I've given it some general backing. It creates the entire like storyboard. It creates the audio file. And it's expensive as hell. Okay, it's now think about it this way. For someone like me who is going to spend $1 million in 2.5 weeks promoting something on ads, spending $50, $60, $70 for a video, it's cheap. Like, so it's all perspective, right? For me, it wasn't expensive. I would spend, to get an actor in here to film would cost me, I don't know, $1,000 or more, and they may suck. And then I have to like have everything ready that one day. But I can get Maya to make a video for me at 3 a.m. on a Saturday night, right? So there was a lot of flexibility to this. And so the first thing that you have to do is there's this concept on Higsfield, and this is where they pioneered, and it works really, really well. They've done a great job with it. Cost aside, they've done a good job with this, but you have to go find it. So you go to image. Okay, so you scroll over image and you got to find the sole ID character. And it says right here in little words, create unique character. Okay, so sole ID character. So you click on that. Okay, so right here it says make your own character. And notice, by the way, here, I've obviously tested with myself a lot. There's Maya. Maya's right here. And then of Kina. Kina's coming soon. Kina's going to have his own social media. I have no clue how that's going to go. That's going to be funny. It's I'm just doing something for fun, shits and giggles. He's going to be an a-hole on on social media. It's like everything I wish I could say, but I don't. I'm going to say it through Kina. So I started working on Kina's soul ID here. But you click on create character, and now you have to upload photos. So damn, it doesn't actually create it for you. But check this out. I could come to Supercomputer and I can create. Someone tell me what kind of person do we want to create? Describe something for me. Describe something for me. All right. Who do we want to create? And then we'll go create them and see what happens. We're going to do it live. I have no clue what the heck's going to happen. No, not Batman and all that. Not a real person. We're going to create. Okay, we're going to create a. I need you to create a character for me. I want a Harley Davidson riding mid-50s rugged man from Texas with tattoos, a beard, and a bad attitude. Please create a character that I can approve, and then we will create a soul ID from that character. Okay? Steve says, can you say stereotype? Oh, come on, guys. Let's not go down this track of, I literally just typed something. I'm not stereotyping. The great Santini says, give him a tattoo. I said, with tattoos, it's already there. Ryan says, what the F is wrong with stereotyping? Oh, Lordy. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of time. It's doing some work. The supercomputer part of it is it's injecting its brain and it's thinking through some stuff. Someone just said, what is soul ID? A soul ID is an identifying number. So what it does is it takes this picture you create, this avatar, this character, okay, this actor, and it will create an ID for them, an ID number. That's the ID number that signifies that character, so that in the future, when I want to create a video out of that character, I can just call upon the soul ID. It's just a term that Higsfield created. Okay, so look, it's writing this in-depth prompt, by the way. You saw that? Did you guys see that? It wrote this massive prompt out on its own. Shoot, where was it? Right here. You see this? Look at that. It wrote this crazy detailed prompt on its own. And for the most part, I've been pretty impressed with what it creates out of that. Okay, so now it's generating. Just so you know, Higsfield is mostly a orchestrator. It's an aggregator. So it's probably using ChatGPT Image 2 in the back end. So here you go. Here's the guy, right? He doesn't exist, but he could be my next actor. Ooh, Marlene. Marlene likes him. She said, cute. Easy. BB says, is he single? Calm down, ladies. Calm down. He's not real. All right, so I'll approve. Since the ladies seem to approve, I'll approve. All right, shit. I think I'm going to have to do some videos with him. Get me, attract the ladies. Someone, Adriana says, hey, I know him. He owes me money. Now, hey, by the way, so I'm creating, I went ahead and approved it, right? Just for sake of time right now. Now, I could have easily said, hey, give him more tattoos. Hey, make him fatter. You know, hey, make him more fit. Hey, make him darker toned and skin. I mean, I could have literally typed whatever I want, and it would continue to modify that image for me. But right now, what it's going to do. So in order to create a soul ID on Higsfield, it ideally wants 20 pictures of the person, okay? I don't feel like sitting here and doing that on my own. I mean, I could literally do that with ChatGPT. I could keep feeding it and then saying, hey, create another image of this person in such and such scenario, create another image of this person in such and such scenario. I just don't want to do it. It's doing it for me right now. So it's spinning it up behind the scenes. And it's making all those images so that it can create this character for me. I do not know how much this process costs, but I will tell you how much the videos cost. For a 1-minute video, I had to sit down and calculate it out. It's about $13 to $15 in credits. So why did I say 50? Because I don't know what the F I was doing. So I kept having to redo the damn thing because there would be some issue or some mistake. So I had to like perfect my workflow a little bit. So I'd end up spending like $50. Again, I repeat, before you have shock and awe, I am not proposing that you do this right now. It is not ready for you, okay? For me, it's not too much money. It's time versus money for me. I love it. But I still was like, okay, make this cheaper. I can totally make this cheaper. As I make my work process better, it'll get cheaper. But hey, thanks to Higsfield for pioneering on the tech. And now we will take it from here and everyone else will probably go figure out how to make it cheaper, including us. So this is going to take some time. Okay, guys, this is working behind the scenes. It's going to take some time. So let me just go in here and show you some cool stuff that we've done. I never got to make this video. I ran out of time. But one of the things I was going to test was putting Maya and my clone in one video. And so basically, it was going to be Maya interviewing my clone, and my clone was going to be complaining about me and how much I make him work and how much work he has to do all day for me. And Maya was going to be like comforting him and talking about how, hey, that's the calling of a clone. That's what you do. And we built the whole storyboard out. I think I could show you guys. We got all the storyboarding done, all just through this conversation, okay? But I just never got to the last step. So look, right? So this is how the video was going to start, with me upset, or my clone upset, and then it was going to go to her consoling me, and then me explaining what's going on, and then me being sarcastic, her laughing and talking about something, right? So this was possible. Now, the other thing that you can do inside of Higsfield is you attach a voice to that character, and you can do it right through Supercomputer. So you say, hey, Supercomputer, could you please give me a voice sample that you feel fits this character? That's all I did. And it came up with Maya's voice, and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And then it tied it to it so that every single video after that, she sounds the same, right? Which is important. I did the same with my voice too. And I'll show you, let's see. I want to see if I can show you guys.
And the best part, I work all day and night without
So look at this.
While my boss.
So I was able to get myself in the back behind her, just sipping on a little drink. You know, I was having fun with it. I was just doing different kinds of stuff. Had her here on top. I never used this, but like on top of a building. I'm trying to show you like one of my favorite ones that we did that actually converted really well, and Supercomputer just did all the hard work for me on that one. Let's see here. So you'll notice, guys, I was just chatting away with, so here is this is it. This is the one. Let's watch this one, okay? This is pretty awesome. So this, with very minimal feedback from me, I gave it a bit. It wrote the script. I gave it a bit of a few things, and this is what it created.
So what if you don't want to be cloned? What if you don't like the camera? Well, look at me.
I'm not real.
I'm completely AI. Eugentic AI created me to represent their brand and my ads are crushing it. You can do so many things with this technology. Join us for VIP and we'll show you how you can create your own influencer too. Upgrade to VIP now. You're already missing out on amazing free training our VIPs are getting. Vibe coding, going viral, and technology. All of this is being astrology. All of this discussed before the Make My Clone Challenge even begins. You get so many huge benefits, just click and go see. Oh, and you have 100% money back guarantee. So what can you possibly lose? If you're serious about AI, upgrade to VIP before it's too late.
You guys are so, your comments make me laugh. It's like you're trying so hard to find the imperfections. Someone said too much cheeks. Someone said the mouth movement is off. Someone said she looks different in this. Come on. It's because you're sitting here and you're looking for it. For the most part, nobody knows. This ad crushed it for me, by the way. Okay? This ad was awesome. So many of you were like, I saw this ad. I saw this ad. So, I freaking love this. And I'm just starting to guess. So you saw all those little scene changes? The zoom out, the zoom in, and her walking, and then the close up, and the far. I didn't describe any of that. That was just freaking supercomputer that figured it out, and it just did it because it understood the perspective of what I was trying to go for. I didn't do any of that. I thought that was freaking awesome, right? So Higsfield, Soul ID, Supercomputer, okay? Higsfield, Soul ID, Supercomputer is how you do it. Like, this thing is still working on the Soul ID. It's still working on this guy over here. And so it does take time, right? It's been 10 minutes already. So that's where this tech is completely accessible to you, not inexpensive, but for the right people, pretty cool. And what I'm going to be doing as a test is I'm going to be I got people saying, is she single? What's her phone number? Ay, ay, ay. You guys, this is where we cross into a weird place that the younger generations have already begun to do with AI. I prefer not to talk about it, which is have relationships with AI. And you know what's really funny? I was working on this video, the one that I'm sitting with Maya on the studio set, and I'm like laying in bed with my laptop working on it. My wife walks in and she's looking over my shoulder. She's like, who's that? And it's so funny because I'm like, oh, that's Maya. Like, as if it's a real person. She's like, who's Maya? I've never seen her before. And I'm like, oh yeah, I just made her up. Like, that's AI. And my wife's just like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, in the last 2 weeks, the whole technology has completely taken off, by the way. FYI. So lots of really cool stuff to be done here. I'm playing more with the tech. I think it's a new frontier, and I think it's awesome. Andres says, what was the prompt? There's no prompt. I just talked to it. There's no prompt. I literally just talked to it. It's like, hey, I want Maya to be in a studio talking about how if someone doesn't want to clone themselves, because I wanted to test that angle. Right? As I started doing this, the marketer in me, the entrepreneur in me was like, I wonder if other people would want characters like Maya. So now what I'm going to do, once this challenge is over, is I'm going to create a social media for her. I'm going to start putting out TikTok videos and Reels and content. And I'm going to create a whole persona for her. And I'm going to try to see how it does. Right? So let's see. But I'm open about the fact that she's AI. I'm never going to try to pretend like she's real. That's not cool. All right. And also, I repeat, do not use this technology for evil. If you create characters to give you fake testimonials for you, that is illegal. And that is not right, and that's unethical. But to use them as brand ambassadors for you is totally cool, is totally legit, and it's fine. Okay? So what do you guys think? You guys think that was pretty cool? Are you glad I shared it with you? Or are we having a mental meltdown right now? Pretty cool stuff. Hey, by the way, this is our second day. We're about a halfway point now. we're at a halfway point of this challenge. And most of you in this challenge did not know who I was, did not know who my company was, and came into this fairly jaded by other people who have run challenges and seminars like this. And I'm just curious, have we delivered? 1 on 10, 10 being best. What do you guys think? Have we delivered? Have we shared with you, poured our hearts out, given you great content? Oh, I love it. Thank you, guys. You guys are too kind. I love that. That right there, that's what makes my day. Like, that's what we want. That's the currency that we're looking to transact. It's just to make sure you guys love what you're getting and that we put out great content. Damn, Barry said 5. A few people said 1. Ouch. 1? Really? All right. Can't always make everybody happy, right? Okay, so that wraps up this part. Now, I want to move on into the part where I show you how to mathematically predict virality on social media. So how to actually be viral without having to twerk on camera, without having to be really funny or super entertaining or be the, Mr. Beast of videos. All right. So let's go to this part. All right. So this part of the presentation is basically like, hey, how are we getting tens of millions of impressions per month on my social media? And note this, it's not just bio break. I'll tell you what, the first 5 minutes of this presentation are just some kind of background. This is a great time for you to run and take a quick bio break if you need to. All right, I'm gonna drag a little bit here for 5 minutes. So you got 5 minutes. Go ahead. Go right now. Hurry up. Sean says pray and spray. So this 34 million includes text posts. I shared with you, I can't remember when I shared this. Was it yesterday or was it during one of the pre-parties? It was the idea that if video makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to jump into video right away. You can, this is yesterday. You can do text posts. Actually, my text posts are responsible for about 2/3 of our views and our virality. So we do a lot of text posts. Now, text posts mostly work for us on Facebook. They kill it on Facebook. They work for us, obviously, on LinkedIn and on X. But we don't really do much with them on YouTube, although most people did not know that on YouTube, you actually can make text posts. Did you know that? You can post stories and you can make text posts on YouTube, and they actually do really, really well because most people don't use that part because they don't know that it's there. So we're going to be adding it soon. We're going to be doing it soon. The main reason we don't do too much of it is because they haven't made it API friendly, and so I'm lazy. So we got to actually go in there and paste it. But we'll be starting that very soon here. So, let me turn on this bad boy. All right, so my promise today, I'm going to give you a 5-step system. I'm going to walk you through the 5-step system, and then I'm going to share with you the double level training method. The double level training method is the big breakthrough here. I don't understand why the industry doesn't talk more about this, but this is literally the #1 thing that has made a big impact in my life and why my AI performs so much better than most people. And then we're going to also talk about a summarization on the cloning part, but more importantly, I'm going to show you a demonstration of Clone IQ, and then I'll segue from that into my offer for this event, which is for Clone IQ, which I've told you guys about. The other thing that I forgot to mention earlier when we were going over the Higsfield stuff, right, is we've already begun, as of yesterday, the development of the technology to allow you to create your own actors inside of our system off of our servers. And so we've already begun the process of trying to eliminate or decrease, drastically decrease the cost Okay. And so our goal is you should be in one place, and that one place takes care of all your marketing needs. So more on that coming up soon. Now, for the longest time, I was a big believer of this. Virality is luck. Virality is luck. I really thought, look, you can't really predict virality. Going viral, you're either really funny, you're either a great dancer, you got some great talent that people want to like share, or you know, you're entertaining, or you make like crazy videos like Mr. Beast. And I was interested in none of that. So I thought, I'm not going to be viral, right? And so I would put content out. I would certainly not be viral. A small percentage of my audience would watch it, and I felt pretty grateful that that was happening. And I thought, all right, if I get a few thousand views per video I put up, that's a good day. Few thousand is a lot of people, right? And then in comes Dunmay, who you'll meet tomorrow. Dunmay, who heads up all of our social media, and he heads up the R&D team, that basically their only job in this company is to test different formulas for all the social media platforms on how to get, you know, so like all of my social media success comes back in tags to Dunmay. Dunmay comes along about a year and a half ago. He's disgusted by our social media. He goes, what the hell is going on in here? I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you got like 400,000 followers on YouTube at that time. We have over 500,000 now. He goes, we get like 3,000 views per video. And I go, I know, it's great, right? And he's like, no, that's not great. That sucks. And I'm like, oh, well, it's always been like this. I'm like, it's been like this for 15 years, right? And so he's like, I'm going to fix it. I said, oh, here we go. I said, man, I've been around the block, kid. I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm here to tell you, like, it's not solvable. I'm not a viral person. My face isn't viral. And he's like, that's not true. That's bullshit. I'm going to fix it. I said, all right, you do what you got to do, kid. Fully expecting that he would be disappointed. And he comes to me a week later, like 5 or 6 days later. And he's like, I figured it out. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, watch. Watch the next video I put up. I'm like, oh, whatever. I seriously rolled my eyes. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to like console this kid. He's way too excited. And he's like, watch. And I felt like I was talking to that guy, the gambler who walks into the casino and he's like, I got it. I have a system. It's like, dude, you're going to fail. Right? And anyways, turns out, son of a gun. He was right. And my view on it since has changed. It actually is quite a system. And it's a science. And you absolutely... Now, you're not going to make every post go viral. Not all my posts go viral. But I used to have maybe 1 out of 300 go viral. We have like 1 out of 10 go viral now. I'd say that sure as hell is a system, right? I'm using my clone. We talked about this yesterday for all kinds of things. You know, long form is one of my favorite. This is probably where we've had the most innovation and results. And I'll tell you what, all of our R&D, all of our research that I'm going to show you today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do the research. All of the research starts at long form YouTube videos. So pretend, even if you're not doing long form YouTube videos, pretend like you are, do the research as if you are, and from there falls all the topics that you need to be doing, like shorts on, or written posts on, or tweets on. It starts with the long form. I'm going to skip past this, guys, just because we did these slides yesterday, just this part of it. I get a lot of results on social media. Yay. You know, so we don't need to relive all of that. Okay, here are the main platforms that this formula you're about to learn today are performing on. Now, I don't use LinkedIn a lot. I never have. I only use LinkedIn when I'm hiring. So I like to use their LinkedIn tools. But I was never active on LinkedIn until Dunmay came along. And so now my clone is active on my behalf, but I never log in. But the results are okay, right? They're okay. On X, my results are okay. I'm not much of a tweeter. I think it's too much. It's just too much going on throughout the day. So I didn't get into that community much. TikTok, I thoroughly enjoy watching TikTok. Like, I doom scroll. But, you know, we started posting videos, and recently they've started to go like viral. Like, so now like TikTok's starting to pick up. It took a long time. It took like a year. But my 3 main places of focus are Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And that doesn't mean that that's going to be your 3 main focus points. That's just where my audience lives. My key demographic, my key audience is you. And you use Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Am I right? I mean, you're here. You saw my ad on one of those platforms, right? Boomer, says Max. Yeah, pretty much. You know, and so that's why these platforms do better, because I'm also more active on these platforms. So I want to be very clear. Your level of engagement and activity on a platform does in many ways impact your virality on that platform. So although I've had good results on LinkedIn, X, and TikTok, I've had far better results on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So we will... I'm going to get straight to the formula, because I think that's where I want to actually do demos for you guys. Okay, so now let's talk about this side. I want to talk about this. This is very important. Double level training. Okay. So you guys ever heard of the term AI schlop? Give me a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of the term AI schlop. Okay. It's a term that the AI world loves to use. I would say more so the anti-AI world loves to use. Although I agree with them, okay? Oh, you heard it from Sarah last night? Okay, so she talked about it. Okay, good. AI schlop is useless content that clearly shows it's AI. It's got the emojis all over it. It's got the M dashes. It's got the usual words. It's got nothing of value, no perspective. It's just sloppy schlop, right? It's just crap that came out of AI. And it sounds exactly like the 1,300 other people that created that crap out of AI. So what makes AI not sound like schlop? Your brain. So the first thing that we do and that we have done, and again, I don't understand. Now it's catching on. I will tell you this. The industry will never give me credit, but it's catching on, and I'm starting to see more and more people now giving it different words. Digital brain, AI brain, second brain. I'm seeing all this, and I'm like, haha, yeah. I've been out here talking about this for 2.5 years, the brain clone. And so what we do is first we create the macro brain, right? We talked about this yesterday. This is just a general knowledge base about you, who you are, how you talk, what you believe, what your stories are, your life, all about you. But here's the truth. I'm a good marketer. I'm very good at 3 or 4 things. Okay, all of us on right now, you're very good at like 3 or 4 things. But you're not very good at 50 things. Your ego might think you are, but you're not. So, this is the problem, right? If I create a clone of myself that's meant to go do X, well, technically, my clone's gonna suck at X because I suck at X. I don't use X. So this is where the second brain comes in. So you have the macro brain, which is your brain, and then you have the micro brains. These are the mini brains that go into the agents. So we have an X agent. That agent is damn good and trained on how to do X. So it has its formula and training on how to do X, but when it wants to put things on X as me, it plugs into my main brain, pulls the relevant information, and makes sure that the X post follows its key formula for virality, but with my perspective. Hence, not being sloppy. Because now it's talking as me. Does that make sense? Can I get a yes right now? Because double level training is a very important concept that I need you to understand. No matter what platform you use, you can't. So this is the thing, right? People will be like, I can just have Claude write my X post. Well, yeah, you can. But Claude doesn't necessarily know how to write great X posts. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere in their multi-trillion model. But if you could have a specific project that you trained on just how to write X posts, then you have to like also train it on your brain. Like it gets a little complicated. These systems, ChatGPT, Claude, and all, they're not naturally built for double level training. Okay, you can contort it and get it to work like that, but it's not really naturally built that way. Also, the thing is then like how like do you know how X? Like how do you train an agent if you yourself don't know it? And that's where the grub comes. So first level, brain clone. We created that inside of Clone IQ, but you can do that anywhere. And then the second level is the function specialization. And this is where I would say our company beats everybody in the world. And I know what I just said, the world. I haven't seen anybody do this, where we methodically test R&D the hell out of each frickin' agent. And we know and we train each one with our data, our information, and not just a random prompt pulled out of AI. But the two together, that's where you get the massive, awesome results. So remember that as you go out, you have to know how to do the thing, and then you have to have the brain. Two together is what's going to get you the results. All right, now let's look at the 5-step formula. This is the same 5-step formula no matter what platform you're writing content for. And by the way, on and of itself, doesn't sound that damn impressive, right? It's like, oh, great, Anik. Topic selection, research, content outline, AI content, human edits. This is what you hyped up so big? Pause. Wait for it. Because it's in how you do these things. Now, which one of the 5 do you think dictates the majority of whether you'll go viral? Which of the 5? Give me the number. I'm seeing numbers all across the board. Okay. It is number 1. Now, a close second that dictates whether you'll go viral is number 2. Number 3, 4, 5 are like fine. They're formulaic. There's really nothing too magical about it. Sarah says, why? Thank you. That's a transition to the rest of my presentation. Is why, right? Why? So topic selection and research literally dictate probably 60 to 70% together of your chances of going viral. And how you go about them, everyone's doing it wrong, but there's some really cool tools out there that can help you do this and make it formulaic, and you don't have to do it wrong. So step number 1, I want you to write this down, and I want you to do this. Whatever pick one platform, whichever platform is your choice. It can be the steps are the same on every platform. So it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could be TikTok, whatever. Whichever platform you plan on first releasing your clone into, that you want to have a bigger audience, more awareness, more consistent views. You pick the platform. Second, right? You know your niche. What's your topic of expertise? What's your area of expertise? What's your niche? What's the thing that you want to add value into the world for? Okay? So you pick that, and I want you to go find the top 10 to 15 influencers, creators, or brands in that niche on that platform, and I want you to follow them. Simple. Okay? This will take you half an hour to do. Sometimes even less if you might already know. Like for me, I could do it in like, I don't know, 10 minutes max. So half an hour max. And the reason I want you to do that is the next step that I'm going to show you is how we go and do research on those people to find the topics. We don't copy. We don't disrespect anyone's hard work. We simply learn to model and model well. All right. I'll show you an example. Trick question of the day. Do you see anything common between these videos? And if so, what is it? By the way, shout out to Dan Martell. I love this guy. I'm a fan. And more than even him, shout out to his social media team because they're epic. They're very good. And they actually are the living embodiment of what I'm teaching. They do this really well. Really well. They use the formula. They did not learn it from me. They've pioneered it far before. But they use this formula really, really well. Okay, so guys, what is similar in these two thumbnails? It's really not a trick question, okay? The first one says, I got 58 seconds. The second one says, I got 58 seconds. There's a lot of modeling going on here. They're very similar, and they've both done very well. Okay, next. This one always makes me laugh. It's like 7-minute abs, 8-minute abs, and then 7-minute abs. And then, I don't know if anyone ever created 6-minute abs, but they should. So this was, give me 58 seconds and I'll motivate you to ruin your life. What kind of a stupid title is that? It did well, though. Give me 54 seconds and I'll make you dangerously motivated. So you can see the modeling happening, right? Okay, all right. Let's look at this one. How to get rich in the new era of AI. Get rich in the new era of AI. All right. What about this one? How to get rich in the new era of AI. Get rich in the new era of AI. Interesting. And then even when they're not exactly the same, they have similar topics. So the first one says, what happens in the first stages of a dollar collapse? Second one says, everyone thinks the dollar is crashing. They're missing the real. So, like, again, the topics are very similar, right? So the old method of researching is we would go and compare. I would just, like, click around. And be like, oh, this video's got lots of views. I'll make a video about that. Right? Oh, this video's got a lot of views. I'll take that topic. And I thought I was doing a great job with research. No, that's not good at all. The new method is you look for something called video outliers. Okay? Everyone write down the word outlier. Remember, today is about something called the outlier method. So write down outlier. Everyone write down outlier. What the hell is an outlier? I want you to put that in the chat. Come on. Outlier. I want you to remember this word. So by writing things, if you actually can write it on a piece of paper, it's proven that it helps you remember things. Okay. So this is YouTube. A screenshot of YouTube. You guys notice these little numbers with an X next to it? So 0.9x, 4.6x, 1.8x, 1.1x. Here's the interesting thing. If you go to your YouTube right now and search, that doesn't exist on your YouTube. You don't have those little numbers. Why do I have them? You don't have them. How do you get them? What the hell are they? What do I use them for? All right. So those numbers reflect what is called an outlier. Okay? So here's what the 4.6x means. 4.6x means that that video has 4.6 times the average views of each video on that channel. We got to unpack this, okay? Let me explain this. So if I see a video, Maya, hey, we have an actual Maya here. Hey, Maya. I hope this is not my clone that's gotten away and is joined the webinar. So Maya says, what? I hear you. I know. Like that's a lot. So I'm going to break it down for you. So let's say I see a video and it's got 1 million views. I go, oh my God, that video's got 1 million views. I'm going to go do the video. But what if the average video by that creator on that channel gets 5 million views? It's all perspective. What if that million views was on Mr. Beast's channel? Would Mr. Beast consider a million views to be a success? Or would that be a big, massive ass failure? Right? So, relative. Thank you. It's all relative. So I might see 1 million and be impressed, but the number that's more important to me is how did that video perform compared to the average video's performance of that channel, of that creator. And this is not math that's easy for us to do, right? We'd have to sit there and do this math by hand. It sucks. So there's tools. There's a tool that does this for you, and it puts that little number below most videos on YouTube. Not all, but below most. So in this case, for example, look at this, okay? Look at this video. Says how anyone can build a website with AI. I'm like, oh man, 18,000 views. That's awesome because my average views is 10,000, but that's 0.9x. 0.9x means it underperformed for this creator compared to his average video. That is no bueno. That's not a good topic for me to go after. However, I see 4.6x or 5.9x. Actually, we'll focus on the 5.9. AI skills to save your career in 2025. That video performed almost 6 times higher than his average video performs. Now that is a topic worth thinking about. Does that make sense now, everybody? Can I get a 1 in the chat if that makes sense? It is relative. This number tells you how that topic performed in comparison to the average views of that channel. Okay? Very important to understand that distinction. So we pull in onto the 5.9x. So now let's look at this page. Which one sticks out at you on this page? Everyone, which one sticks out at you? Yep, the 18x. 14x. So let's look at the 14x real quick, okay? 14x. 7 AI skills you must have to become rich in 2025. 7 AI skills you must have to become rich in 2025. 14x. AI skills to save your career in 2025. Seeing a trend, are we? All right, let's keep going. Let's look at this one. Right? Ooh. Dan Martell. 9 AI skills you must have to become rich in 2025. So you see consistency now across multiple creators. Said topic is an outlier for them. That's what we're looking for. Here, 69x. 10 high income skills to learn in 2025. This is the 4th creator who we have now seen have a ridiculously higher multiple because of this title. All right. So the tool that we are using is called, I saw some of you commenting it earlier, is called VidIQ. This is free. It's a Chrome extension you can install. And what it does is it makes it so that your page has all those little numbers. Your YouTube, when you go to YouTube, it has all the little numbers there. It's free. My team, so Dunmei says you should be above 3x. So move the bar so that you see videos that are 3x or more. I'm like greedy. I'm like 5 or 6x or more. Okay? So this way you can literally change the entire view of your YouTube and you only see stuff that's viral. So it turns your entire YouTube experience into a viral research session. Okay? No, Cindy, this is not for Instagram. This is for YouTube only. All right? Now, I have one more tool to tell you about. But first, I'll stop and say, wow. Give me a wow if that just blew your mind. Give me a wow if this little bit right here is something you've never seen, never heard, is accessible to you, and this itself was worth a ton. Okay? All right. Now I'll give you something else to be even more wowed by. All of this is being built and about to go live. Olga, if you are watching, could you please quickly run out and tell me how close we are to launching our research agent? So inside of Clone IQ, all this will be done for you. You don't have to you don't have to click around and look at crap. It knows your topic. It knows what you talk about. It will do all the outlier research and virality, and every day just come and say, here's what we should talk about today. I think it's done. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's done, and it's in like final testing. So it's like any day now that rolls out. Shit, it may have already rolled out. I just don't know, because we're literally rolling out features like every day right now. All right? The second tool that you're not going to need soon enough because of Clone IQ, but is a great tool, and a shout out to them, is oneof10.com. So oneof10.com basically allows you to take a topic, copy paste the topic into the search bar, and then it brings up all the videos. All right. So the research agent is in final testing with Dunmay. It's very close. I'm so freaking excited. That's going to be my favorite agent inside of Clone IQ, guys. Imagine every day you wake up and the agent has already figured out what topics you should talk about for the day, written the content, made the videos, and scheduled the posts. Like, that is exactly what's coming in the next, like, I don't know, days to come, okay? So one of 10, you take a topic and you paste it into the search bar, and it shows you a bunch of videos by that topic and their multiples. So now I don't have to sit around and keep on YouTube. Let's say on YouTube I find a topic I like. I take that topic, and I don't have to sit and click around for a long time. I just copy paste the topic and I put it in one of 10. I don't think one of 10 is free though. I'm sorry, I don't know, because I have the paid account, so I don't know what they allow for free or not. I can't remember. But you take that, you paste it into one of 10, and shit. So VidIQ is $100 to $500. Hold on, the Chrome extension should be free though, guys. So I know that VidIQ has a paid section, unless they change something in the recent times. The Chrome extension, that should be free. That should be free. All right. So this allows me. So this is what we did. We just typed in AI skills, right, and then it brought up all these videos for me. Interesting. Do you guys see a little video in the top right corner there? You guys recognize that guy? Who's that in the top right corner? I think we all recognize him. Well, let me let the cat out of the bag. Let me go back to the story, because it all connects so beautifully. So you remember when I told you Dunmay came to me and he said, I figured it out. Watch. And I was like, whatever, kid. Like, it ain't going to work. You're going to be disappointed. And he's like, no. I've got it. I got the system. Watch the video I post this week. That's the video he posted. That was the system. That's the video he posted. At the time that we took this picture, was a long time ago, it was 77,000 views. I'm actually curious. Let's go see how many views it is now, because this picture is old. So let's go to YouTube. All right, let's do Anik Singal 7 AI skills. I think that should come up. 81,000 views. 81,000 views now. If I go to my channel, let's go down here. Okay. We'll go to videos. So, you still see these videos, right, that have a couple thousand views. 4,000, 4,000, but right here, 10,000, 22,000, 10,000, 7,000, 13,000, 281,000, 4,800, 14,000, 12,000, 2,700, 9,200, 8,300. My average view count before Dunmay implemented his new system was about 2,000. Okay, 18,000, 63,000. Then again, 1,800, 5,300, 2,200, 14,000. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep scrolling. And there's this one, 152,000. But I'm going to keep scrolling until I can find the older videos. Here we go. Ready? Okay, look at this. 2300, 2000. These are the old videos. This is before Tanmei's system. 3000, 2800, 3000. And by the way, these were 2000 and 3000 when I would also email them to my list. So actually, it wasn't even from YouTube. A lot of the views were from my list. And so 3700, 5400, 50,000, 4000, 2300. And then right. Okay, so these were some of the first AI ones we did, 2000, 1000. This is when Porvak, this is when Tanmei was like, ah, crap, screw you, this sucks. Actually, sorry, my mistake. This was the video that he proved me wrong on. It was 282,000 views today. So here's the exact story. So this is the video he does. That thing takes off. I'm like, beginner's luck, bro. Beginner's luck. So he comes and says, okay, you're right. Let's do the next video the old way that we've been used to doing stuff. So we do it, 1,600 views right away, the next video. We did another one that way, 3,500 views. And then he goes, now hold my beer. Bam, 81,000 views. After that, I said, hey, man, you do it your way. You do it your way. I'm done. And that's when the view counts took off, right? And then let's go look at the shorts. Because the shorts are even more impressive. I'm going to go down a little bit because it takes shorts a little bit of time to mature. But like, look right here, 7,000, 17,000, 53,000, 6,000, 5,000, 49,000, 7,000, 8,000, 100,000, 4,000, 8,000. Okay, now, same videos, same formula. Check this out. So let me go to Facebook. Now, this is on my personal Facebook page, okay? Personal Facebook page. This is not my public one. So I have 171,000 followers. Let's go to Reels. These are the same videos. Look at this, 122,000 views, 268,000 views, 250,000 views, 150,000, 44,000, 41,000, 10,000, 65,000, 27,000, 261,000, 230,000, 32,000. Same videos. The result of the same research that we just did using the outlier method. And I ain't done yet. Ready? Now, let's go to my public page. The one that has more followers, but has been ripped off and stolen and then given back to me and butchered and gone through a hell. Look at this right here. This last 28 days, 17 million views. That's not what I wanted to do. One sec. I wanted to actually go to the page. Go to the page. And Reels. Same videos. Same Reels. All right? Julia says, I don't care about views. I care about quality and value. So Julia, the way the algorithms work, the two are the same. Like, literally, you can't get a lot of views unless your video is quality and providing value. If you study how the algorithms work, they reward the videos that are getting a lot of likes, comments, and that are being watched all the way through. And as far as I know, people won't watch a video all the way through if it's not providing value and quality. So right here, 1 million views, right? 12,000. This another 1 million, 1.3 million. But this one actually doesn't even do as well as my personal page, but we have some that pop off all the time. The point is, same videos, 2.4 million right here, 277,000 right here. Same videos that were a result of the research that was done using the model that I just shared with you on YouTube resulted in what you just saw. Okay? Lashonda writes, how did he get you to those views? Who's going to tell Lashonda? LaShonda, could you ask a more specific question? Because I thought I just spent the last hour and a half literally answering that question. So perhaps I'm missing the exact question. All right. No need to be sorry. I want to explain this. So, you know, unless you missed, maybe you missed the last hour, you weren't there. And if that's the case, then go back and watch the replay because I literally just explained it. All right. So you'll have your answer. So that's the training on how to find great videos. That is how to find great topics. Now, what do we do with that? We take the topics that do well, okay, and turn them into written posts. I've also now, what I've started doing, you ready for this? Because I'm focused on building my brand and growing my brand. Actually, next week, I believe it'll be next week, we're going to start our newsletter, which you guys will all get. I'm super excited about this. It's going to be my personal newsletter. It starts next week. It'll be a daily journal from me of what I've done that day with AI and what I've learned. It's like, because I'm doing new stuff every day. It's called the Clone Letter. Look for it. And what I'm going to do is every one of these videos that pops on social, I'm going to take that topic and turn it into an ad. So you please, just for a minute, try to listen to this, okay? Try to listen to this because this is like level 400 marketing, okay? So I'm going to take the topics that do well. So, because I told you, right? Like 1 out of, I don't know, 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10 pop for me. I'm going to take those topics. I'm going to take that hook and I'm going to turn that into an ad because that ad's going to perform really, really well. It's going to be the cheapest because it's going to have the most engagement. I already got proof on my organic. And I'm going to boost that thing. And then I'm going to drive really, really inexpensive leads to my newsletter so I can build that relationship up with people and send out newsletters every day. The types of things that'll be in my newsletter, by the way. So I'm doing a really, really interesting experiment right now. I wanted to bring that laptop here and show you, but I didn't want to touch it. So I did some research for the last week. I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but we'll know by tomorrow. So I might be able to show it to you tomorrow if it works. I've had ChatGPT, Codex. ChatGPT has been running for the last 25 hours straight, building me an entire software, like a really intense marketplace software. And it estimates that it'll be done in the next 15 hours. So it'll have run for 40 to 46 hours from start to finish. And I'm supposed to get a product that is complete. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of problems, but I spent 2-3 days with my clone working on all the documentation and thought process. So once that's done, once I perfect that, of course, I take all that education and all of that and I take it right into Clone IQ. But these are the kinds of tests I'm running all the time. So I'll be sharing all of this in my newsletter. So please look for it. All right. So now let's continue talking about it. So we talked about topic selection, how to pick a very, very strong topic that has a likelihood of going viral. Did that make sense? Did you get value from that? Give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat. If that made sense, you got value, you got it, you're like, I'm going to go do this. I want everybody today, this is going to be part of your homework. I want everybody today to go do this and pick a topic. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want you to do. Remember, we embrace the suck here. We embrace the suck. Okay? So you're just going to go pick a topic and you're going to use it. So that was just step 1 of the 5. Now you know why I said, hey, the 5 steps may look very simple, but there's a lot more to them. Now we're moving into step number 2, the research. Okay, going back to what Julie, is it Julie or Julia? I can't remember, I'm sorry. Julie or Julia. what you said. It was a great comment, and I want to talk more about that, where she said, I don't give a crap about views. I care about value and quality. Me too. Very important. I think you've seen that. So the way the algorithms work is on YouTube specifically, and this is true for pretty much every platform, but it's like very true for YouTube. Retention through the video is key. That's one of the, I think it's the number one metric that YouTube tracks to see if they're going to make your video viral. Okay? It's how long do people stay to watch the video? Okay? So if your video has a great topic, people click it, because the second most important thing that YouTube also looks at to see if your video will go viral is what they call click-through rate. Thumbnail to click. That's where the topic comes into play. Did you write a sexy, interesting, proven topic thumbnail that people will want to click? That's where you model. But once people click it, that's just one part of the battle. Now YouTube says, okay, do people stick around and watch? Let's think about why that's important. Why is length of time watching a video important to YouTube, Facebook, and all the platforms? Why is it important to them that that content be consumed for as long as possible? Exactly. Advertising. If YouTube or Facebook could have their way, I would never leave their platform. I would sit all day and just click and read and click and stay, because the more I do, the more ads I see, the more money they make. So if your video sucks and people click off of it, and even worse, they click off of YouTube, you're going to get penalized for that in a big way. So makes sense. I don't remember the last time I watched something that wasn't valuable, right? I tend to click off. So I think it's pretty easy to say that if your video has high retention for watch rate, it's valuable. And this is true for all of them. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like all the platforms. So how do we make a video have a long retention, long watch rate? We have to research what the others are doing. So now we know what topic got them to click, but we also know that that's not the most important thing. So now we go and we grab the top 4, 5, 6 videos, and we got to see what they say. Hey, what are they saying in the videos? What's the content they're giving? What are they teaching? What are they, what's the hook? How long is the video? What kind of pacing does it have? Does it have 7 things? Does it have 9 things? Does it have 3 things? What does it have in common? And we have to blend all of that and add our own spin to it. But a certain amount of that flavor we have to keep. A certain amount of that has to make it through into our video. So how do we do that? There are basically 2 ways to do it. And I'll show you both, or I'll tell you about both. The first way is you go grab the videos, the links, okay? YouTube, there's a lot of tools out there that'll allow you to transcribe a video on YouTube. You can find them. We have our own in CloneIQ that's coming out now that I've been using internally. So you want to first transcribe the videos. And there's also this tool. It's paid, but it's cheap. It's called TurboScribe. So we used to use this before we built our own little internal tool. So TurboScribe for anyone. There's like literally so many tools that do this, by the way. Pick whichever one. Whatever you want to do. Okay, now here's the manual way that you can do this. If you have the time, you can totally go to Claude or ChatGPT, create a project. The name of the project will be the video, AI skills video. And then in the context box or the file box or the sources box, you dump the 5 transcripts of the videos. That's all you give it. Whatever the transcripts are, you just feed it into the project box. We talked about projects yesterday. I showed you the demo on how to do that. So you just put that. So, but you have to kind of create a project for each video. Yes, you could totally do this with Notebook LM. Someone just mentioned. You absolutely can do this with Notebook LM. You can do it with Perplexity. You can do it with a lot of the tools, right? So you download, you upload the video transcripts into the knowledge base, and then you give it a prompt to analyze the patterns, the content, the hooks across all these videos. All right. So, put this down here, guys. So what you do is, so this prompt, I think we have it at cloneiq.online. If we don't, we'll add it tonight. So I'll just read this to you guys real quick. You could take a screenshot of it if you want to use this tonight. Oh, someone said it's blurry. That's on your side. Can I zoom in? Okay, I'll tell you what I can do. I can make it bigger by doing this. All right. Hopefully that's helpful. So you type purpose, analyze 5 uploaded transcripts on ChatGPT 5 or Claude or whatever to find viral script patterns, common elements, and the most mentioned use cases. Task, pattern analysis, common elements, use case ranking, expert insight, output format. I don't know, guys. Like, I honestly, I just ask it to do this stuff very conversationally nowadays, and it does it. So, so this would be how, gosh, this would take us, without AI, this would have taken so long to do in the past, right? So now this is essentially what we just asked it to do. It's in a little bit of a graphic, right? So I said, analyze 5 uploaded transcripts on ChatGPT 5 to find viral script patterns, common elements, and the most mentioned use cases. And it's going to output for me viral patterns, ranked use cases, and recommendations. Okay? Yes. Someone said, will the VIP get the slides? You will. It's a big reason to be VIP. I'll do a VIP pitch later. Go join VIP. If you're not VIP yet, you're missing out. You're not in the cool kids club. All right, we have like 2,800 now VIPs. All right, so now I've attached a knowledge base called YouTube long form videos. This is the brain. So I've attached my brain. Go through those videos and analyze everything. How I speak, my filler words. So this is the part that I said it becomes redundant. And it's totally fine, but it's annoying. You have to do this with every video. You have to like feed it. Because every project is its own unique asset. It doesn't plug into your common brain. So like every time I have to like kind of feed it information about who I am and how I am. You know, not the end of the world, but not my favorite. And then I say, I've added 5 YouTube videos talking about AI skills you must master in 2025. I want you to analyze those videos, find the structure, common content hooks, and then step 3. Using the outline you created and the details shared below, my brain, create an outline for me. So when Dunmay was doing this video for me, here's what he found. Okay, ready? He found that the common skills mentioned across all the popular videos were prompt engineering, AI-assisted coding, AI content generation, AI data analysis, AI automation, AI design, no-code AI tools, AI video editing. And it showed us like, hey, listen, this is the trend. So people like hearing about these things. So what we did was I said, yeah, I don't really agree with the AI data analysis. I don't agree with the AI video editing. So I took 3, I can't remember, 3 or 4 of them. I took them out because it wasn't me. I had AI, and I literally asked my brain, hey, where do I use AI the most? And it filled in the pieces for me. It literally filled them in. It said, hey, these are, so I said, great, those are my 7 or 8. So what I did is I used a few of the proven ones that others have proven to work really well to start the video, to get the retention, and then I layered in my own in between so that the video could be mine. Does that make sense, everybody? Can I get a yes in the chat if that makes sense? Yes, yes. Okay, cool. So this is all more analysis that it gave me. So now what's happening is Clone IQ is going to replace all of that for you. So what'll happen in Clone IQ is either A, it can just automatically do all of this for you. So it would have found the topic, found the top videos, done the analysis, written the script, like literally have just done it for you, and it's just waiting for you if you want to review it. You don't even have to. But you can also do it in pieces and chunks. So there will be there's a transcription agent coming out again like this week. And then there is a research agent coming out, which I told you earlier. So all of this can just be fully automated in one place without any additional tools. And so we're trying to compress the time, right? Like if you give Clone IQ a topic, it'll just go out. It'll be like, all right, hold my beer. I'll be right back. It'll take the topic. It'll go out. It'll look. It'll come back and be like, here's the research. Here's the top stuff. Here's your script from your brain. And if you're like, hey, I don't even want to bother giving you the topic. I just want you to find me a video for the day or topic and everything. It'll just do that for you as well. All right. So, that's pretty much everything I wanted to share on this. Some of this stuff is a little irrelevant because it's already built into our, it's kind of built in. So if you've done the research, this gets taken care of. You don't necessarily need to understand the proper flow of a viral YouTube video or a short, because if you do the research correctly, that formula would get baked into the video already, because that's already done, right? So we are not at a place from my brand. I'm just letting you know this. Even though in Clone IQ we are officially offering now full automation, you can just turn it on and walk away. You know, I don't do that. My brand is too big for me to do that. So we have 80% of the process being done by AI, 20%, the last 20% still human reviewed, human audited. Because, you know, still want to make sure it's okay. I still trust humans more than I trust AI. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 5-step process that we deployed to get the results that I got. What do you think about the outlier method? Come on, give me some feedback here. Everything went super quiet, and I'm wondering if that's because your brains are just, right? Everything's blown up and your brain bits are spread all over your computer. All right. So, what I'd like to do now is I would like to show you around inside of Clone IQ. So I'll log in and I'll go around and show you what it is.